War. War never changes. But life changes, and right now, life is harder than it's ever been. It is the winter of Atom. Nuclear winter is here, and Diamond City is frozen and full of religious freaks. Everywhere you go, you hear the whispers of the preachers of Atom's glory, and the grumbles of the freezing and starving. You'll do anything to earn a few caps right now, anything to survive. And that's why you're here again, to see a man about a job. So wrap up warm as we venture out into the wasteland. Keep your armour on and your safety off, because it's wild out there. Welcome to Fallout. This is a ghoul's best friend. I'm your overseer, RxOliver. Good evening, gentlemen. Thanks for joining me. Hello, viewers. Thanks for joining us. I'm RxOliver. These are my friends, and we're back playing Fallout. This is a little one-shot that I've written called A Ghoul's Best Friend. I am here with some familiar faces tonight. You can see next to me, playing a new character who will be introduced in a moment, Mr. Adrian from Dungeons and Dyslexia. Thank you for joining us, Adrian.
Thanks for having me.
I've been bugging you about Fallout for weeks, and you've been talking about it on your channel, so it was only right that you came and played with us. Next to Adrian, we have, returning with Mac Aver'age, Mr. Shaemus. Thanks for joining us, Shaemus. Back with a robot extraordinaire, Matrix 9, it's Gryphon. Thanks for joining us, Gryphon.
Ready to go above and beyond!
And speaking of religious freaks, playing Mr. Brother Dimglow tonight, it's David. Welcome back, David. Thanks for joining us.
I'm glad you're having me. We'll have to see if I'm going to be a villain or a hero today.
Well, it is the wasteland. It can go either way. So, yes, thanks for joining me, gentlemen. This is a ghoul's best friend. It's a little something that I made up myself. So, chances are it's probably really badly balanced and you're all going to die. But this is the nature of it. Thanks for playtesting it for the first time with me. I've got 3 sheets of A4 paper of notes, and that's it. That's my one shot. So,
Let's do it.
Adrian.
Does it have bugs like a usual Bethesda game?
Yes.
Adrian.
Perfect.
We've met the other characters previously. So, you are playing Mr.
Oh, don't. Solomon. What did I go with my surname? Sorry.
Best. Solomon Best.
Solomon Best. Yes.
And he is.
I am a Vault Dweller from Vault 81, and I'm finally coming out. I've been out for a few days now. We're running low on supplies, mainly medical supplies, and me being one of the security chiefs, I have been sent out to go and find what I can and return as fast as I can.
Excellent.
But I think I might get sidetracked. We shall see.
So, Fallout fans will know that Vault 81 is just up the road from Diamond City. I'll switch us over to the map for a second. I'll move us all onto it, boys. We can all go onto it so you can see too. So, you'll see your tokens are on Diamond City. That's Atom Art from the previous one shot. There's Vault 81 there, so not far at all from Diamond City. That's where you've came from, Solomon. So you've come out at Vault 81 trying to stock up medical supplies because the vault's running low on those. Okay.
And I'm still clean. I haven't been dirted by the wilders yet, so I stand out quite a bit.
Nice. Okay, and you find yourself joining a group of wastelanders in Diamond City who are going to a man for employment. They've went to this man before to try and get employment because it's hard to get work in the wasteland. Everything's all scavenged. It's hard to find anything to sell. So people are desperate, and there's a man in town named Happy Tommy Doyle who finds jobs for people. And our friends Mac, Matrix 9 and Brother Dimglow previously did a job for him, and you find yourselves in a shady back alley at the back of Diamond City with these 3 gentlemen and Happy Tommy Doyle. Just about to receive another job from Happy. So, if the rest of you want to introduce yourselves to Mr. Solomon before we do Happy, feel free to do so.
Well, Solomon, Brother Dimglow would immediately walk towards you. He's an African-American man of about 40s age, and he's got some recently added sweet combat armor.
Nice.
It's already painted yellow after a day, and there's all kinds of symbols on it, and they are typical to the children of Atom. And he walks towards you. Would you care for a leaflet, brother?
Happy to learn anything while I'm up here.
We can do
He hands
that.
you a leaflet.
I'll take the leaflet and I'll sort of pat you on the side of your arm, if that makes sense. It's not quite a shake of taking the leaflet, but a sort of comfort, sort of nice to see a friendly face.
Did you see his
Perfect.
picture when I've clicked show to players, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. That's Brother Dimglow.
I suppose after Brother Dimglow, Matrix 9 would walk up. Matrix 9 is a white and orange painted and coated Protectron. His visor is entirely shiny orange. And he has a sort of symbol on it that if you've spent any time around pre-war comics, you would recognize from the Captain Cosmos show. He is, if you've especially watched it in a vault, you may have.
Definitely. It's my favorite show.
He is an actor on the show. You know him as the security chief of Captain Cosmos's vessel.
You were the best security chief in season 2 as well, from what I remember.
Reminds me, Gryphon, after this game to update his picture and find you an orange one, because I've only just got a normal Protectron as his image at the moment.
If anything, I'll just go into Fallout and see if I can just paint it.
Nice. Okay.
Get you an image that way.
And we have Mac as well.
How you doing there, Solomon Mac Aver'age? See my colleagues here. Don't mind the Reverend here. He's a little passionate about what he believes, but these good people in the fight. And the C3PO over here, he's pretty sharp as well. But Mac Aver'age, nice to meet you there, Solomon. I'm a little bit of a rogue element here in this little outfit. So you see a guy with great thick black hair, dreamy eyes, and leather jacket. He's a survivor, but he's apparently, and immediately you get the impression he's completely full of shit.
But weathered.
Weathered.
Yeah.
So
And
that's
charming.
Not quite experienced, but weathered.
That's
Yes,
that's
my
your
opinion.
group of people who you're going to be working with today. In a moment, I'll introduce Happy, Tommy Doyle. But first, a little word about this map. This map of Diamond City, which our viewers will be able to see, is an absolute thing of beauty. And I've got it double size, so our character tokens are automatically the right size for it. This popped up on Reddit only today, and it's by a user who I interact with a lot already on the Fallout 2D20 Reddit. Coffee Dragon Studios. Everybody go check out on Patreon. Coffee Dragon Studios. Lots and lots of excellent fantasy and post-apocalyptic and sci-fi maps, but especially does ones specifically for Fallout. And he's done Diamond City, and it's an absolute thing of beauty. So massive shout out to that Patreon page. Coffee Dragon Studios, folks, check that out. Absolute thing of beauty. So in a shady back alley in Diamond City, in the rubble of Fenway Park, what was once Fenway Park, a man named Happy. I'll need to bring him up. We've got a picture for Happy. A man named Happy has a job for the 4 of you. 3 of you have worked for him before. That's Happy there. Show to players. Now, last time I was trying to do an accent for Happy, and the reason I'm not going to do his accent this time is because last time, first YouTube comment was Chris. Like, oh, Happy's stutter is iconic, because I was trying to do an accent, so I was all and I got a hard time from Chris for giving him a stutter, so I'm not going to do an accent this time. So Happy's Scottish from now on. Sorry, folks. So Happy's nice job on the job last time, guys. You got Red Alert safely to his friends. I hope he gets that. I hope he gave that holotape to Volty, and they never showed anybody. So guys, I've got another job for you. Are you ready to make 100 caps?
Oh, caps. Hell,
I just need
Hell
you.
If I
yeah,
can
I
help
need-
the citizens of this planet, I will do
I-
anything.
I need a payment because, the guys took my share. Because, I love you guys, but you have this impression that I did something untoward with Red Alert. I still stand by my story that I was helping him, but that's okay. I like you guys, right? I didn't get a share of the last job. That's all right, because I
Well,
need to
Mr.
prove myself.
Aver'age, let this be considered your road to redemption. And if you
There we
help us
go.
with this job, I'm willing to give you your part back from yesterday.
Friar Tuck, I like the way you think. I appreciate that. Thank you guys. I consider you friends.
How
So,
about it, boys?
I'm
Who
ready.
wants to make 100 caps real fast? You'll be home before they close the gates tonight. You'll be back in tonight. Easy 100 caps, buddy. Who fancies
Absolutely happy. Absolutely.
it? I've just got a little courier job for you. You need to go pick something up for me. I have a friend, Charlie the Ghoul, has a pawn shop just outside of town in the Fens. He has an item of mine in the pawn shop and I'm ready to take it back from him. So I just need you to take, and I'll give you the money to take to him, my money to Charlie to pick up my item and bring it back to me. I just can't go out myself because I'm too busy, and I just want to get a couple of you to make sure you come back with the goods okay, because you know it's dangerous out there in the streets, and I know you guys you escorted Red Alert fine to his friends, so I'm pretty sure I can rely on you to do this. So how about it? 100 caps for the 4 of you. You'll be back today.
That's it. That's
That's
it.
it.
That's it. Happy. Just well, what's the item? I mean, is it big? Is it small? Is it bigger than a bread box? I
No,
mean,
it's very small. It's a ring. It's a ring. It's a diamond ring, actually. A diamond ring. You know, girl's best friend, diamonds and all that. Diamond City.
right.
It's a very special ring to me, and I was at a time when I didn't have much money and I had to pawn it to Charlie, and now I'm ready to get it back. It's 50 gold, and here, sorry, it's 50 caps. So he'll say, here's 50 caps for you to give to Charlie, and he'll give you the ring back, and then you just need to bring it back to me safe. And then, when you get back, 100 caps for the 4 of you. Not 100 each, obviously, 25 each, but 100 caps.
Oh, I thought you meant 100 each.
Don't be silly. Oh, I can... right, okay. Somebody want to teach this vault dweller about caps and the economy, please?
Well, I got to be honest there, Happy. I was of the same opinion as the new guy, but maybe that's just wishful thinking. I mean,
You
look,
know, Mr. Happy,
Yeah.
I could do a lot of good with 100 caps. A lot of hungry people in Diamond City who could be fit with 100 caps.
Wait a minute. Wait, Tuck. You're not going to get all 100 unless I screw up again, and the rest of us. But I mean, 25 apiece. That's nothing to sneeze at. I mean, I would agree with that. Wouldn't you guys agree on that?
Brother Dimglow, do you know what you'll do with 100 caps between the 4 of you? Do you know what you'll do with 25 caps each? You'll make sure you'll eat and you won't starve. I can't feed the whole of Diamond City, Mr. Dimglow. I've got my own mouth to feed. 100 caps for the 4 of you. It's a quick job. You're back in today.
I've just got to ask this other. Is Charlie aware that you're buying this back? Just to check. You know?
I'll give you a note to give to Charlie.
Can we read the note?
Sure, he'll just go, hey Charlie, he'll just write a little note out. We get a piece of paper and a pencil, he scratches out a little note. Hey Charlie, it's your old buddy, Happy. Here's your 50 caps, thanks for holding on to that. And you go, there you go, there's a note for Charlie, boy. Charlie's a ghoul, by the way, so you don't get any shocks. Not one of them feral ghouls, obviously, but you know the kind of ghoul they don't let in. And he's been around a long time, Charlie. Speak up when you talk to him. He's got really, really bad hearing. He's been around a long time, and he's a grumpy old bastard. In fact, he's been around hundreds of years. So just be careful. Don't piss him off. He's a grumpy old guy, but yeah, just give him this note.
Did he used to live here in the city before they were kicked out?
No, I think. So, no, actually, he used to live up in Good Neighbour, where a lot of ghouls live, actually. But Charlie moved recently to take a bigger shop and a bigger premises, and he's just outside of Diamond City, in the Fens. Now, as you know, they've seemed to have built a bit of a shanty town outside Diamond City with all the people trying to get into the city, the refugees that aren't getting in, and Charlie Boy's doing a great business out there, doing a lot more business than he was doing out in Good Neighbour.
So he's just right outside Diamond City.
Yeah, it's not far at all.
Well, hell, we're not going. Goodness, guys, 25 caps a piece. We're just going right outside.
I'll show you on your
agree.
map, and he'll.
That's not in one of those hostile where people shooting at each other, right? Is he off on a?
Solomon, let me see that.
Yeah.
Let me see the map on that Pip-Boy of yours.
Yep. I'll get it out.
Okay, so I will change
Holy
this to
shit,
that
he's
map
got a
again.
Pip-Boy.
I have.
Look at you, Solomon. You're just,
He is one of the
aren't you
human
just-
colonists. Of
Oh,
course he does.
I'm clean.
Matrix 9
I've got
doesn't have-
yeah,
Look
I've
at
got
that.
a working Pip Boy.
So,
Look at that, Matrix 9. Look at that. You ain't got that. What do you say to that, Matrix 9? I mean, you
He's
got all
allowed-
that
He has
robotic
a trusty
finery.
product of Robco Galactic Enterprise.
But I'll let Matrix 9 touch it because he's a celebrity.
you all see the map? So,
We
Yeah.
do.
Yes, we do, sir.
Happy will show you on your map. Charlie's pawn shop is here.
Oh, so it's
Really, just
okay, it's
outside
over there.
Diamond
I thought
City.
you said okay. You said Finn, so I thought
It's
maybe it was
it's
that.
a
Okay,
couple
there we
of
go.
literally a couple of streets over.
Yeah.
So it's not far at all. Obviously, a couple of streets still takes you a wee while to walk because it's all broken, the roads is all knackered, and there's hazards everywhere. It does take a long time to travel a short distance. We're not using the full travel rules again because it's too short for that. But yeah, it's only a couple of streets over, so it's a small short journey.
A jaunt.
Yes, a short jaunt. Now, Happy's going to lean in close to you, and I guess he kind of leans into you mostly, Mac. I think it's because you're a dodgy-looking guy, and he's like, listen, you can keep the 50 caps as well if you can find another way to get that diamond ring back off the old man. The old man can't hear shit. He's got really, really good security, but he can't hear nothing. If you can think of another way to take it off his hands, then the 50's yours to keep as well.
So you're saying an extra 50 from my 25? What are you saying, Happy?
No, I'm saying that if you manage to, the 50 that he's giving you 50 caps right now, and that's the 50 to pay to take the ring back. He's like,
Gotcha.
he's basically saying if you can steal the ring, then you don't have to pay the 50. And
Right. So I could walk away with 75.
And he's like, but listen. He's got really, 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 really good security in the place. I'm talking machine gun turrets, dogs, robots, traps, everything. So if you're
As
going
I understood, this was your friend, was it not?
yeah, but listen.
Why would you ever suggest a thing like this?
Is he talking to? So he's talking to all of us. in
Okay.
comments.
Yeah, no, he is
It's okay.
talking to Olivia. Yeah, he's talking.
I don't mind.
Okay, listen. Okay,
I was gonna tell them anyway, so it's
okay,
good. Yeah.
Just pay up fair and square for it. Yeah. So you won't. There's no need for you to talk to Joey then. Okay, yeah. So just give him the 50 caps, give him the note, and then come back, and I'll give you 100 caps for the four of you.
So wait, real quick, Oliver. are you
I
saying
humbly accept.
that- Did he still have
agree.
the conversation with me about? Hey,
Listen.
Yeah.
He's got some pretty tight security, Mac, but
all right.
if you go see Joey Bits, you'll probably find him at the dugout inn. If you go see Joey Bits, he's the guy that built the security system. He might tell you if there's a backdoor in, but you never heard that from me, all right? Remember, this whole job's hush-hush between us,
Yeah. Well, Happy, look, these fine gentlemen here, my friends, they doubt me right now, and I trust him. Matrix 9, he's a security expert. I'm gonna work with him. Maybe we go see Joey Bits. I say we work this out. But guys, this is an opportunity for us to get a little extra gravy here on this job.
Listen,
I agree with Happy.
Joey Bits is a good kid, he's a clever kid, but he's a waster, man. But he'll tell you anything for a shot of jet or some buff out. Or if you buy him enough drinks even, what you need is yours. But yeah, don't tell him I sent you, but if you want to know anything about the security system there, then go speak to Joey Bits. Joey Bits knows more about the security system than I do. But anyway, that's aside. You could just go in there, give him the 50 caps and come back, and then you'll get your 100 caps between you when you come back. Job done. Simple as that. What do you say, boys?
I'm all in.
I would
I'm
prefer
all
the
in,
easiest
Happy.
way. Without the
Onwards!
risk of life.
Seems too simple, but I'm in.
He will leave a little. He'll point his finger on your map on your Pip-Boy, Solomon, so you're able to punch in the coordinates. So you have the coordinates for Charlie's pawn shop on your Pip-Boy map. So it's going to be easy enough to find for you.
Let's make it clear right now, Tuck. Don't be handing out no pamphlets to Charlie, okay? Just keep it to business. Just keep it straight to the point, all right?
Why do I get the impression that I'm not going to have a left hand by the end of this session?
Charlie's the ghoul, right?
Charlie is a ghoul, yes.
He is.
Yeah. He's already blessed by Adam. I don't need to give him a leaflet.
I like it.
So, what would you like to do? You want to go straight to the job, or are you going to go see Joey Bits?
I
I
assume.
think we should go see Joey Bits, guys.
Yes, you do.
You need to make a stop? Very well.
Look, Matrix 9, he's security. I mean, you go on and on, 3PO, about how great you are from a security expert. I mean, let's go talk to Joey Bits. I mean, maybe there's an opportunity. We just slip in, right? We could use some of my charm to talk to Charlie while you guys kind of slip in and just get the ring. I don't know where it is, but we'll figure it out.
But we would cheat a man out of his rightful property.
Is it his rightful property? I don't know. I didn't get that impression from Happy.
He does own it, and we do have the means to pay for it.
Well, I suppose that's the whole pawn situation. All right. I mean, touche, as they say. But I mean, look, it's a
We
possibility.
may still
I'm just saying.
talk to this Jimmy. But be
That's my
warned,
two cents.
He
I
might be able
am
to tell
not
us
a
more about
ne'er-do-well.
man's history.
That's my 2 cents. We go talk to Jimmy Bits, see what's going on. But hey, look, I'm in a junior position right now. Everything that happened in our last gig, right? I understand you don't trust me, so I will follow your lead there, Friar Tuck. And I don't know about the new guy, but Solomon looks like a sharp kid. So I mean, look, I'm back here. You tell me. You tell me what you want me to do. All right?
Every day is a new chance for redemption, my friend.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about there, brother. Yeah.
I'm happy to go and see an authentic bar.
You'll have never seen a bar yet. First time above ground.
Yep.
So
I'm still enjoying the sunshine.
the map that I've put you on is not a
What
map.
sunshine?
map.
It's the winter.
Exactly, I know.
Yeah, I was wondering what map you put us on.
Yeah,
here.
so this is not a map. This is just an image of the dugout in,
Yeah.
because there's not really a need for a battle map here. But
No.
the dugout in is somewhere, as you all know, where you can, well, Solomon, you don't, somewhere where there's normally rooms to stay, but recently they're all full up with Minutemen and Children of Atom fanatics. But you can go here for drinks, and you can get the Bobrovs' best moonshines. The Bobrovs are the brothers Vadim and Yefim.
Vadim.
Vadim
yeah.
and Yefim, who are Eastern European, so Russian-sounding characters. There's a barmaid here as well. I forget her name. Oh, Scarlet. And this is where people come to drink. And this is where Happy told you that Joey Bits comes to drink as well.
I do remember this from the game now. Now that I'm looking at it, yeah.
As much as my duty is on gathering medical things, I quite fancy some actual real alcohol
Yeah, I've given you some
that
action
I've heard
points.
about and watched about.
You still started with 4 action points, and I'm starting with 4 action points. So the bar is full of people. There's a lot of people in the bar. And you want to try and seek out Joey Bits? Happy would have told you to look out for Joey Bits, a 19-year-old kid with long, greasy black hair and glasses. Super smart kid, but he's a total waster. Look out for the smashed guy.
I'm sure there'll be only one looking like that in here.
There may be more than one, I guess.
Indeed. I think I've seen the kid. I come to this place quite a bit, but I've seen him around, but I never paid no attention to him. But again, I'm just going to follow your
As
lead.
you
there,
mentioned,
Brother,
Oliver,
Dim Glow.
there's a lot of my people here. I'm going to go to one of them and ask them for information if they know where Jimmy is.
It's Joey, but yeah, they'll...
Joey, yeah, Joey.
Okay, so no roles necessary. If you go and speak to one of your clergymen, your fellow clergymen of Atom, they will point out the long, greasy, black-haired, black-glasses, skinny kid over there whose eyeballs are like piss holes in the snow.
I go back to my companions and I point them and I'm like, that's the one we need.
He's staggering around the pool table with a cue in his hand.
Then what are we waiting for?
I guess this is you, Matrix.
Yeah, Matrix 9, brother Dim Glow. Look, That was my 2 cents. I don't know if Adrian agrees with me. Even if we don't try to take that shortcut, for lack of a better term, I mean, look, the more we know, the better, right?
I agree.
Can't
Agreed.
hurt.
Just in
Very
case
well.
Charlie descends to, cross us and just tries to take from us instead
There
of
you go.
allowing us to trade. So it
Such
does
is the
make
way of
sense,
the
doesn't it?
wasteland.
Look at the way this
Being
vault.
prepared
Look-
is not
look-
a unreasonable idea.
Oh my goodness!
Very well.
Look at the calculating thought pattern of this vault dweller. I mean, that is amazing right there. Gee, that's some downright logic right there.
Now,
Can't deny
Adrian,
that.
Solomon is a vault security guard, eh? So vault security as in he has the helmet, he has the armor.
I stand out a mile, don't I?
Yeah. Well, not really, because you don't look that unsimilar to a Diamond City security guard. They wear armor that's based off an umpire's vest and batting helmets, and it's not that dissimilar to yours. You don't look very out of place at all.
I'm kind of looking at myself, looking around everyone else. Everyone else is dirty. I'm sort of clean and shiny, like the kid first day at school.
That's out of
with
place.
shiny shoes
Yeah,
and a briefcase.
yeah.
That's how I am.
In that sense, you do look out of place, I suppose. So
Yeah. So I'm thinking once I go back outside, I might need to dirty myself up a bit just to
fit
sort of
in a
stand
bit
out
better.
as much.
So you don't look like people like, oh, what's that? And think
New boy.
Give me
Yeah.
your lunch money, kids.
He's fresh for a mugging.
Yes.
Yeah, give me your lunch money. Yeah, good point.
He's got the clear backpack with books in it. You know?
Okay, brother.
Yeah,
Dimmo. Somebody points out Joey Bits to you.
Well, I look at my companions and I point at him and says, "That's the one, guys. Let's go talk to him."
He doesn't have a token or anything. So there's a guy staggering
Right.
around the pool table. He's in high spirits. He's like talking to
Ooh.
everybody.
I'm kind of like looking expectantly at Mr. Aver'age for this one.
Me?
Which
Actually, since there was a security concern, I think Matrix 9 would go to the forefront and try to talk to Jimmy.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, look, guys. I mean,
And my sheet would not open for a moment there. What the hell?
I know you guys think I'm full of shit, but I really do want to follow your lead on this. I mean, I'm happy to talk to him.
I'm also just better at talking.
But you're getting a
I have
penalty.
a,
Of,
just
you're
so
getting
you
a
know, I
penalty of
have a,
Matrix 9. You're getting a penalty of +1 difficulty to your rolls because you called him Jimmy again. His name's Joey. Everybody who calls him Jimmy is getting a +1 difficulty to their roll.
All
I
right.
called him Joey, didn't I?
I think you did.
Did I say his name?
Yeah, you said Jimmy again. His name's Joey,
Okay, it's
boys.
Joey.
Plus, I have
Joey.
a charisma 7. I have a charisma 7. So
Joey
you guys-
Bits. Bits as in computer bits. That's
Yeah.
why it's called Joey Bits.
Right.
So I correct. Okay, how about this? I correct brother. Was it brother Dim Glow? Was it, or was
no,
it
it was
Matrix,
Matrix
9?
9 that got it that time.
Yeah. I said, God damn, Matrix 9. It's Joey Bits. Look,
Greatest apologies.
well, look. I know how you guys feel about me. Okay. I know there's some dispute whether or not I was trying to reattach a piece of red alert on his rear end.
Let bygones be bygones. We have the matter at hand.
Thank you.
I agree.
Look. These are my people. Why don't you let me go talk to them, okay?
Very
Go on
well.
then, Mac. Come on, Mac. Let's go.
All right. So I'm gonna approach Joey Bits and
Matrix.
So who's-
Just come in and listen.
yeah.
Ka-chunk,
I,
ka-chunk, ka-chunk.
So looks like this game is about up. Well, who's got next game?
Are you
That
paying?
Oh hell yeah, I'm paying. Yeah, I
He
mean,
puts his finger on the
I
table.
love a good game, and I love a good game of sport.
So let's just say the pool table's operated by a caps machine and it's one cap to play, right?
100%. I mean, and what? By the way, Mac, your name?
Oh, Joey Bits.
Joey. Great to meet you, buddy. I mean, we'll pay the 1 cap. I'll pay the 1 cap, but maybe we should make it a little more interesting if you're interested. I'm no great player, but man, I love the chaotic nature of playing pool. You never know how them balls are going to be bouncing around, and I mean, it takes some skill. I mean, I'm all right, but I was watching you play. I mean, you're pretty good, so I I'd like to see if we could make it a little more rich, if you know what I mean.
No, I'm not the betting type. I don't have any money, my friend. And then he looks down at his glass, and he goes to drink from an empty glass, and he goes like that and shakes it, and he looks and kind of shakes his head, and he looks up at you and kind of flutters his eyelashes at you.
Look here, my friend. I'm here to just kind of forget my troubles. We don't have to do none of that gambling thing. Let me pay the cap for the thing. And what are you drinking? What are you drinking?
What are you buying?
Oh, hell yeah. Like I said, I'm here to kind of forget my troubles, and you were over here playing with that asshole who just left. I mean, did he beat you or did you beat him?
I'll beat him.
Oh, there you go. So you're on a roll tonight. Hell, just for that, I'll buy you a drink, brother.
Thank you. So,
right.
what are you buying him?
Oh, I don't know. What you drinking?
I forgot to open up the PDFs with the rulebooks. Actually, has anybody got it open? And I'm worried if I minimize that, it's gonna. Oh, let me see if I can do it from here.
Hold on, and everybody knows I'm still new to this game, so I'm trying to remember how many caps I have. That's under. Where is that? Oh, that's under gear.
Yeah,
okay.
beverage.
I've got 26 caps. I got 26 caps.
Right. Let me open up the rule book then.
I'm
Drinks
also
are
having a look
expensive.
at the equipment.
While you're looking that up, maybe Joey Bits goes, is there some reason those three hombres over there are looking at? Yeah, don't mind those guys. They were. I met them earlier. We played a round of cards. I beat them, so they kind of are curious. They keep
Wine,
staring
whiskey, Nuka Cherry, Nuka Cola, bourbon.
He's only
Beers,
interested.
They have bourbon? How much is bourbon?
He's only interested in alcoholic beverages.
Yeah, how much is bourbon?
I can't find prices. Weirdly found a random table, which doesn't help, does it?
Well,
Yeah.
I'm
Beverages.
going down one for the pool table already.
Bourbon is 7 caps
Bourbon
according
costs
to the rulebook.
7 caps. I guess that's for a shot rather than a bottle, eh?
Yeah,
Yeah, 7 caps per shot for bourbon.
because milk costs 15 caps. No way that milk costs 15 caps
All right,
and
well,
bourbon costs 7.
as I drink real
That must
bourbon.
be for a shot. It's 5 for vodka, 5 for whiskey, 5 for a glass
Oliver,
of wine.
Yeah, Oliver, what you tell me? What does Joey Bits ask for?
He says he'll drink anything that you're buying if it's alcoholic.
Doesn't the milk get rid of radiation?
Yeah,
I
it
remember
heals
correctly.
heals
So.
2 radiation damage, Brahmin milk.
Mm-hmm.
But Joey doesn't want milk, he wants alcohol.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, I
Joey's
tell
a
him, I say,
fiend.
That's just why it's
What
more
a shame.
expensive.
how about a shot of vodka for you and I? And I know you don't like to gamble.
Joey looks at Vedim, who's on the bar, and gestures over, and Vedim's already pouring 2 shots of vodka, puts them down.
But I tell him, I say, but I'll tell you what, you beat me, I'll buy you a glass of bourbon, shot of bourbon.
He's already drank the bottle of vodka. Right, let's have a game of pool. Right, so to have a game of pool, to simplify this, let's do a contested roll against each other. Well,
Okay.
I actually haven't got a character to roll from, so I'm going to have to use something random. Bear with me, I'll just be creative
By
here.
the way, I reduced my caps.
I'll use
by
a
10.
Commonwealth merchant, that's what I'll do. So, what we're going to do is we're going to roll contested against each other, and we're going to roll on agility. Athletics, I think, would be how to do it. No, I've not got an agility athletics for this guy. Okay.
Can I argue for perception with pool?
I just knew I'd be amazing at this.
Yeah, you could do. Yeah.
Well, no, agility.
Playing pool, I would accept the argument for perception. Yeah.
So again, you know I'm new to the game, so give me just a moment here, and I appreciate the audience's.
I don't have it on this character sheet that I've picked up though. How am I going to do this?
I did that wrong. All right.
I'll just use.
Let's see. I go. Oh wait. Oh, there it is. So I go to the dice. I go to the dice icon, right?
Yep.
And I choose attribute. My agility and perception are the same, so I'm going to say agility. but the skill would be athletics, is what you were suggesting.
I'm rolling on perception athletics because this guy's perception's higher than agility, right? Okay.
Do
Perception.
you want to use do you want to use a bonus dice to save some money?
Here, so
I don't mind if you want to use one of our...
So there's going to be no assists here, but you're welcome to use action points if you want to give yourself extra dice. Now, I've got 4 and you've got 4, and I'm going to use some, but I'm not going to tell you how many I'm using until I've used them. How's that for fun?
I'm going to use 2.
Well, you can't really use 2 because using 1 would give you 1 extra dice. You would have to then use another 2 to get the next dice, so you'd use 3 to get 2 dice.
Well, then I'm using 3.
Okay, I'm not telling you how many I'm using.
So I changed it to... So do I change it to 4d20 then? Yeah.
Yeah.
Agility plus athletics. Okay, here we go.
And I'm rolling on perception athletics.
I forgot to see what my target was, but let's see what happens.
Your target will come up. Your target's 7. You got 1 success, and I got 3 successes.
Oh,
so I beat you at 2.
There is a little feature with luck. I'm just looking it up what it's called again.
And I'm going to take 2 action points for beating you by 2.
One moment, what it's called again? The luck features. Yeah, here. Luck of the draw. Add the detail to the scene.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So while you two are playing pool, Brother Dimglow does a quick prayer.
Right.
And I would like to spend a luck point. So the moment that what's his name again? Charlie? No, Joey.
No, this is Joey.
Joey. Hits the final ball and it rolls into the pool table. He also hits the black ball and it also falls down into the pool table. Which one of my luck points? Adding a detail to the scene.
Nah, because that's not adding a detail. That's changing the results of a contested roll.
That's true.
Contested roll was Joey won. You'd be changing the results of a contested roll. Nah, I can't take that from a luck point.
Okay, no problem.
Keep your luck point.
Right. So my question is, can I spend luck?
You can spend luck to re-roll a dice. So you can re-roll 1 dice, and if you get 2 successes, then the game is a tie.
Okay. All right. Well, it's worth a shot, right? Now, real quick, what was I did, and audience, please forgive me because I'm new to the game. Agility plus, so it was 5 plus, what skill did I use? I used...
Athletics, and you've got a 2 on that, so your target is 7.
So the target is 7. Okay,
yeah.
That's what I'm still learning. Okay, with that said, I would like to use a luck point.
Spend a luck point and re-roll 1 dice then.
All right, so let's see. I go here. No. I go in the first position. And I say I'm at 6 of 7. No, it didn't do that. So 6.
Yeah, you change your total luck down to 6 out of 7.
Oh, it recorrected me.
You can do that from your token as well, by the way.
Can I?
Yep, I've connected the tokens to the sheets. So if I change that to 6 on your token, it'll now say 6 on your sheet.
Okay, is that what that is? The blue?
Yep.
Okay, brilliant.
So reroll 1 dice and your target is 7. And if you get 2 successes, so a 1 or a 2. Oh no, because it's not a tagged number. If you get a 1, then you tie. You've got to roll a 1 here.
I just need to roll a natural d20 and see what happens.
You need to roll a 1.
Yep. Come on, it can happen.
It can happen.
So 1d20. Or wait, I'm sorry, my friend. Don't use the quick roll, right? Cancel.
Doesn't matter. Just roll 1d20 and you need to roll a 1. Because it's not a tagged skill, so you're only getting a crit if you roll a 1.
Gotcha. All right, so here we go. Come on, roll a 1.
17, no.
There's a 1 in it.
The game.
There's a 1 in it, yes.
Yeah.
No, I love this. I love how it's playing out.
Unfortunately.
Well, you got me, kid. You got me, Joey. Oh,
hey, that's fine if you want to. If you want to buy another game and buy another round, I'll happily play you again, my friend.
No. Oh, come on, Joey. Now, look, I love. You said you didn't want to gamble, but I got you. And you know what? You came out on the positive side, my friend. Can we get a bourbon over here? How much was the bourbon?
Bourbon is 7.
7. So I'm down to 8. Holy cow.
Yeah. While this is going on, I'm doing the maths going, right, we're going to get maximum 25. He's spent 17 to 18 already.
I said, look, Joey, there's only one thing I ask. I got to give you credit, my friend. You have made this a fun night, my friend. That was a hell of a game. But do you mind if I ask you a question?
Sure, go ahead. And then
Well,
he grabs the bourbon and he slams it back in one.
yes, he doesn't even taste it. I said, well, damn, you enjoyed that. Was it good?
That's
Listen,
good, yeah. Makes me really want another one.
I've heard your name around. Maybe you've heard my name around. I never leave Diamond City.
Never
but,
heard you before in my life, mate, no.
Well, there's this guy Charlie. He runs a pawn shop right outside of Diamond City, and I've been wanting to do some consulting work with him because I do some security work myself. But I heard when I saw you here, I had to approach you, and I hope you don't mind me being all friendly. And we had a great game, but
Make a test. Make a test,
yeah,
charisma.
but basically, I'm saying, Joe, I heard you did some work for him.
Charisma. Make a test. Charisma speech with a difficulty of 2, and see what you get on that. Before we continue this thread of conversation, before I decide how we react.
Let's see. Charisma plus
speech.
Yeah, and let's see. My charisma is 7. I don't know what my speech is. Damn it.
If you just press on speech on the skills, it'll roll it and it'll show you what your numbers are.
I would like to use a luck point for the luck of the draw to reduce the difficulty by 1 if that's possible. And I have a whole thing thought out.
Can you do that with luck of the draw, can you? Reduce the difficulty?
I don't know. I can add a detail, and if you deem it
no,
possible...
that's changing a mechanic. That's
right.
That's not what you can do with luck points. No, you can't change the difficulty of the roll.
I appreciate you trying.
Luck for rerolls, though. But that is a success. You needed 2 successes, though. You've only rolled 1 dice.
Yeah, you already rolled 12.
You've only rolled 1 dice.
Oh.
See, if you just went down to the skill athletics on the the skill speech on the bottom left of your sheet, if you just go down to on the core sheet, go to the skill speech, just click on that and it'll roll 2 dice automatically.
I did. Well, I went to quick roll. That's maybe what I did.
You don't need to do a quick roll here. Quick rolls for rolling 1 dice or for
my bad,
doing assists and stuff. Just go to the skill where it says
If you don't
speech.
mind then, I rolled the 1, I'll do the quick roll to roll the second.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay? Yeah, you can roll a second dice. So if you get a success here, no. He's going to go, you wouldn't be trying to get me to tell you secrets about one of my clients, would you?
Can I use luck on that?
You can use a luck to re-roll that, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to go down to 5 on my luck. I'm going to go to quick roll again. Keep it at 1d20 charisma speech.
Quick roll now because you're supposed to be rolling 1. That's a success. He's going to be like, yes, continue. What you trying to ask me, my friend?
Oh, look, I'm not asking for much. I mean, I was going with my colleagues over there, all that crazy looking crew over there. We were going to talk to him about some security aspects of what he's doing. I mean, we all got to earn caps there, Joey. But I heard that you already did some security work for him. I mean, I don't want to overlap. You know what I'm saying?
I just did some work on his. I did some work on the man's computer. Now, if you wanted me to tell you information about the man's security system, you'd have to do a lot better than 1 shot of whiskey and 1 shot of bourbon, my friend. How about some jet or some buff out or some hard stuff? Talk to me. Talk to me, mister. Yeah. Talk to me in real currency. Talk to me in money I understand.
I don't blame you, Joey. Can you wait here? Let me go talk to my colleagues. You see him, that crazy looking, orange looking robot over there, and the religious fanatic over there. Believe it or not, and that.
There's plenty of those around here these days.
Can you believe that? There's a vault dweller over here. He's part of our crew. Let me go talk to him. Can you wait here?
Sure, but listen, I'm not going to be telling you secrets about the old man's security system, my friend, unless you can do a lot better.
No. I just want some information on what maybe you already established for him. I mean, what was their perimeter? I mean, look, I need to know what to sell.
Well, Joey, I understand, but you're asking me to tell you information about a client of mine. You're going to have to do a lot better than that if you want information from me, my friend.
No, wink, wink, wink. I get what you're saying, Joey. I get what you're saying. Just wait here, okay? Just sit tight. Now, so I go back to the crew.
Joey goes back
to the crew. Guys, I think I've built some rapport. I think I've built some rapport. But let's be frank. Money talks, bullshit walks. So we got to be willing. But one other retcon, real quick. I asked Joey, what specifically would you say is going to tickle your fancy?
Jet, psycho, buff out, any of the stimulant chems. they're not
Based
called
on the way
drugs.
he was hit, yeah,
They're
totally.
not called drugs in Fallout. They're called chems, as if they were trying to be
Yeah,
PG-13 or something with all that violence and sex. Like, I don't know why they
So I-
called it chems. It was
So I go-
apparently because they didn't want to use the word drugs back in the day with Fallout 1. But yeah,
I go back to
chems.
the guys and I go, look, I think I've built some rapport with the kid, but let's be frank. Were you watching? Did you see how he put down the vodka and the bourbon? God damn, I paid 7 caps for the bourbon and he put it down in like 2 seconds.
Oh,
Look.
faster than that.
Yeah. Look, do we have any kind of chem stimulants that you guys, I mean, any one of you? I don't have
Cup
any.
of noodles.
That's not going to do it, my friend. That's not going to do it.
Yeah,
How
right,
about
that's
you,
not.
Vault Dweller? You got access to any kind of?
Yeah. The vault's full of them.
Well, I
Right,
mean,
I'm Mac. I've met you 10 minutes ago.
yeah.
We're on a 25 cap mission. And how much have you blown?
Spent 12.
And how
Let's
much?
just say I had a good time.
No,
okay?
you've
So
not.
it was well spent.
You've spent 24 because you bought it for
spent
him
24
and
'cause you
for
bought
you.
two.
Yeah. You bought rounds.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
spent 24.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about that, okay?
You're cutting the
Solid?
job. You're cutting the pay is 25 and you've spent 24.
No. I'm quite concerned here about the overall profit of this mission. If you want to just carry on by, because how many chems does he need?
I don't know. I mean, I tried. Look, Solomon.
You're a little bit short on information here, aren't you?
Can I be honest with you, Solomon?
I'd prefer it.
Honesty would be a first for you.
I look around.
I'm going to look at Matrix and go, okay.
I've got a bit of a gambling problem, Solomon. Okay, so you know what? If you want to
I am
save
not
me
shocked.
from myself right now, we can let this Joey Bits go. You're right. You're right. The last time I did this, I had guys from Good Neighbor come in here to Diamond City and they took me for a bunch of money. Now I owe a bunch of money. I'm constantly looking over my shoulder. You know
I
what?
thought you've never left Diamond City fully.
I haven't. They came in, and I overextended myself just like I'm doing now. Oh, Solomon, you're right. Come on,
How
man,
about
brother?
How about
brother,
a different recourse then? Maybe
Yeah.
we just go and try and do the right thing and pay for the
Yeah.
ring. And if
All right,
that
all
doesn't work out, we can come
You're right.
back and try the
You're
more
right.
security route.
You're
Brother,
right.
brother, is that it's how do you feel about
Yes,
that?
my
Jim
name is
Glow,
Brother
Jim
Dimglow. Perhaps I could try to talk him out of his addiction.
And you get the
Well,
Jesus.
You know what,
Jesus adults out of
I'm
him.
going to gesture my hands out in the way, and if you want to go and try,
I mean, it's worth it. But I think Solomon. I mean, this squeaky clean kid here, he's making sense, and I got my own problems there, Reverend Tuck. So I mean, maybe he's right. Let's just move on. You know, I tried, had a little rapport with the kid, but he was pretty closed tight. You know, he didn't want to, and he wanted
You attempted.
pay. You know what I'm saying? It's
You
That
at
is
least had a good
virtuous.
time.
yeah.
though I have got a slight plan. Maybe our security droid, who would have things in common with the security expert, might be able to get him on side to
Right.
share
So
a
just so,
common theme.
so just so that we're clear, Joey Bit isn't a security expert. Joey Bit is a computer expert.
Computer program. Yeah. No, but
who
what I mean
helps
is,
with the
so
security.
so he can talk to him about his love of security, and the guy might show off the fact that he's done these sort of things. Because we've got a famous droid here as well.
Famous.
That does sound like a plan.
Absolutely.
Maybe. Worth a try.
What exactly are you suggesting?
That you're in security, he creates security, and maybe you can talk to him about your enjoyment of security, and he might talk about things that he's made or done or programs he's written, and then you can sort of press him a little bit more, and he might spill some information about some of the best security that he's created. It's worth a plan.
Noble idea, but
I
we
tried
are
to get
standing
him
10
through
feet
his,
from him,
love
and
of
I
sport.
believe that
Yeah.
He has already given away our purpose. And I look at
What-
Cat
Was
Mac.
was I not using my inside voice? It's quite
No,
loud.
no. And Matrix turns to Mr. Definitely not inside voice, Shaemus.
Okay, maybe we should just try doing it the right way then.
Right way is usually the best.
And
We
we've
have
learned,
wasted enough time and money.
and we've learned valuable lessons that we are not negotiators.
Yeah,
Shaemus,
my money.
Max spent 24 caps to do a 25 cap job.
But that's playing the character, right?
I love it.
Yeah, exactly.
So what's the plan? Are you just going to try and head out to the pawn shop next?
Yeah, let's just back off. That's
Or it gets too
I'm
late.
I think so.
It's gonna be right. Oh,
Okay.
I need to sort of mix myself in a bit, make myself a little bit dirtier. So, but I'm going to try and subtly do it, just sort of like grabbing a bit of dust as we
As
go.
I said
and-
earlier, we're not going to do travel rules because it's very, very close to the pawn shop.
Okay.
And I'm going to be taking it all in with nervous apprehension
Yeah.
and excitement
So,
all at the same
what
time.
you see around you, Solomon, for the first time, because you've never seen above ground, is desolation, destruction everywhere. There's barely anything left. What's not been blown to bits has been picked to pieces. There's nothing left of anything. The highway, the intersection of the highway is just crumbled and caved in, and there's cars hanging off it, and the buildings are destroyed, and there's just barely shells left. Cars, wrecks of cars and trucks lay out in the street, just burned out. The sound of
It's not
gunfire.
what
pings
I
over-
expected.
Nope. The sound of gunfire pings overhead occasionally. Every now and again, you hear a strange sound in the sky, and it's this metal bird in the sky, which is a Brotherhood of Steel vertibird. But you don't know that. You've never seen the Brotherhood of Steel before.
I am going to be going. Sorry, what's that?
Yeah. So let's say, for example, a vertibird flies over, and he'll be like, "Oh, what's that?"
Who would be best to know that? I mean, I don't know. That would be Mac. I don't know. Would
Well,
Brother Dimglow maybe?
Brother
or-
Dimglow has wandered to waste, and he used to be a raider before he actually was converted, so he might know a little bit. Usually, when those things fly around, there's some serious firepower inside of them, and groups who want to dominate the wasteland.
I'm just going to cover up my arm
So before we go into
because
this
I don't want
one,
my pit boy going missing.
this is another free map, courtesy another excellent creator that is on Patreon, Silver Star Maps, and this one's free online to grab.
That looks
Uh,
great.
This is what I've built
Yeah,
the pawn
like
shop
it.
around. So, what you know about the pawn shop is it is very high security. You can see outside in the street here a machine gun turret. It's a Mark 1. You see another one up on the corner of the ceiling there. And this is the front door of the pawn shop. You also were told, the Happy would have told you, that in his backyard he has dogs. Big, loud, barking, snarling, slavering dogs. And you can see, because they're running around playing with trash, there is 6 large dogs in the back garden. This would be like a wire metal chain link fence, this one here. So there's a back door from the pawn
That
shop.
icon you chose, they look pretty cute.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah,
they,
look
do.
funny, that.
they're Fallout cartoon style. They're not really cute. In real life, they're
Hey,
mean looking
that's the
dogs.
symbol I gave you for Sarah.
It is the Borgia Sarah symbol.
I just zoomed out and saw. That's
So,
my dog.
what you see is what looks like it used to be maybe an old auto shop, actually, before the war. But this has now been converted into Charlie's pawn shop. And as you approach the front door, which is here, a machine gun turret looks at you and doesn't shoot, but it tracks each one of you as you pass. And the other one on the ceiling points down and tracks each one of you as you pass.
This one here. That's this one here.
That's the one on the ground level, and there's this one up here on the ceiling level.
Ah, I see it now.
I'm curious. What is this?
That's just so that's a truck, but it's just an old
Okay.
shell of a truck. There's nothing usable there.
All right.
All the plutonium's gone, yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's no
shame.
plutonium in it.
All right, before we go in, guys. I mean, look, we had a pretty easy, journey over here. I mean, thank God we didn't run into any
So,
cockroaches
although
or anything. But yeah,
sorry, Seamus, just but because you said you had an easy journey, although it's only 2 streets over, it's still, let's say, it
Yeah.
take you like an hour and a half because it is blizzardy wind and it is all the wreckage. It's a nuclear winter with wreckage and gunfire, and so it takes you an hour and a half, 2 hours to get there, even though it's a couple of streets over. Go ahead, Seamus. Sorry.
well, no, that's all right. What I mean is we didn't run into any cockroaches or rats or anything like that. So I mean, thank God for that. But listen.
Praise Adam.
All right, Reverend. Okay, praise Adam. Yes. But listen, I just want to go on record. I'm with you. Let's put aside all that shenanigans talk and let's just go in there and just negotiate, right? What do you think? What do you guys think?
I think we just offer him. We shouldn't
Yeah.
need to negotiate, should we?
I agree.
Let's just do it. Let's just do it.
Besides,
all right.
we already lost 24 caps. If we start using
I
ammo,
lost
we
24
waste
caps.
more.
I
Yeah.
lost 24.
Now there, Brother
Yeah,
Dimglow,
he lost
we
24 caps.
didn't lose anything. So,
Okay, so yeah,
Due to
An important distinction.
Due to my proclivities,
you
there,
should have
Reverend,
you should have full access to your token on the map. So feel free to just move your tokens into the shop when you're ready.
All right.
Dimglow would look. Do I see like? Is it a chain link fence or is it a stone wall where the dogs are?
So let's say it's both. The first 2 foot is stone wall, and then it's got embedded into it metal things. Like even it's just rebar, and then like rebar tied up with rebar. So it's very thick, crude metal fencing on top of stone fencing. So it's like, let's say the stone fence is like sections of motorway. You know, the middle section of the motorway, the concrete thing. So it's that, and then they've got like more concrete, so cement, and then they've put poles into it, and then weaved through the poles you've got rebar.
Right. So I can see the dogs.
Yeah, you see the dogs.
How do they look? Are they treated well? Are they starving?
They are playing with, let's say, even a ball. So they're running around with a ball, and they look happy, they look well fed, and they look healthy, all of them.
Okay. All right. Something tells me this is a good
Brother
man. We shouldn't
Dimglow,
cheat him.
I'm an avid dog person. Just let you know before we go in here.
I've never
Those are
seen a
some
dog.
Those are some healthy dogs. You've never seen a dog?
Can we touch it?
Well,
you gotta be careful, Solomon. You gotta be careful. I mean,
You're-
you gotta let them sniff you.
so it's poles with rebar weaved through, so the holes are big enough that you would get your arm through the gap, Adrian, if you wanted to try.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
I would not advise sticking
Yeah,
your
Adrian.
hand.
Look, I mean, look.
Okay.
There's a
Okay.
whole
Okay.
thing.
all
To
right.
be
You
territorial.
gotta
All right.
present yourself. You gotta present yourself as part of the pack. Keep your back to them, so you don't show that you're not threatening. They'll let you know
Please
if they like you.
do not lose a hand while I enter the premises. And
Okay.
Matrix
Let-
is going to clunk, clunk, and go to the door.
Okay.
Anyone wants to do
The
anything
the door's
private for that.
open.
I'm with you, Matrix 9.
Okay.
Clunk.
So Matrix.
Greetings!
As you go through the door, the first thing you notice is on the left, a shotgun turret actually traces you as well. So there's a
this
shotgun
one here.
turret just behind the door. You don't notice it until you're in, and it traces your path as you go in as well. So you go in and you say greetings. You see here Charlie the Ghoul, the man. If I show you, I think I can show you his character actually, his character sheet. Hang on 2 seconds. Charlie the Ghoul. Show players. No, I
Is
can't.
this Solomon over here? Is this you, Solomon? Is that you, Adrian, over here?
Yep.
Oh, I wasn't sure if you were.
Never mind, I'm
follows
not going to
it.
show you his image.
I
But
am.
anyway, you also notice, Matrix, 2 Protectrons, one in each corner.
Oh,
At the moment, they both appear to be switched off. So they're
I
deactivated
assume-
at the moment.
Did the guns follow us all the way in,
Mhm.
or did they stop tracking us once we got? At what stage did they stop tracking us?
It takes a turn of tracking the first person. So the first person it tracks you for like a 90-degree angle because it's in the corner. Then the next person
Yeah.
as they pass, it tracks them for the 90 degrees, and then 90 degrees, and then 90 degrees, and then it just goes back to default until somebody else walks past it, and then it moves to track them.
looks like
Okay,
there's
so-
another one here too.
So there's a 3/4% chance I won't get shot.
So there's
that's
there looks to
my
be
maths.
there looks to be some sort of turret in this corner as well, and there's a protectron in each of these corners. On the desk is a terminal, and behind the terminal is a ghoul. He'll look up from his
Greetings.
he'll look up from his terminal and go, "Yes, welcome to Charlie's. How can I help you?"
Hello, Mr. Charlie. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Hello,
I
Mr. Robot.
am Matrix 9,
Greetings.
security chief for Captain Cosmos.
Oh,
And I am
hero,
here
are
to
you?
pick
Nice.
up the shipment.
What is it you're here to pick up today? I don't remember you leaving anything with me in the pawn shop.
Indeed, I have a note explaining it right here. And I will go ahead and gesture for the note from somebody who has hands and has probably been carrying it.
I assume Mac had it. So
I'll do that.
Yeah, let's say Mac has it.
Okay. Do you hand him the note, Mac?
I do.
Okay. So he says, Happy, that stupid son of a bitch wants his diamond ring back. Okay, no problem. Have you got the caps?
What is the price, good sir?
250.
Goodness gracious. That is most outrageous.
That's a nice ring, that. It's a real diamond, this thing. They told you about it. Real pre-war relic, diamond wedding ring. Diamond engagement ring, I think. A beautiful piece of stuff. Don't know how he...
Are
well,
you certain it wasn't just a copper ring?
He probably stole it. That's how he probably got his hands on it in the first place. But yeah, he's had it up here for a while. He's never been able to get the 250 back to pawn it back from me. Yeah, 250 caps, boys.
That is outrageous.
Right,
You will never sell it at that rate.
Hold on, Matrix. Now, hold on. Hold on.
No, it is simple business sense.
No,
No
you're
wastelander will spend
you're-
250 caps
you're
for a
not
diamond ring.
wrong. You're not wrong, my friend. Let me talk to this gentleman. Charlie, we have a situation here. We were hired by Happy, and he explicitly gave us instructions and that the item in question was 50 caps, and he gave us 50 caps. So
Oh, that's a
I
good
know,
one.
that's
a
funny.
good one. What's
I
your name,
know.
my friend? What's your name?
Mac Aver'age, great to
Mac.
meet you.
Yeah, that's a good joke, my
Yeah.
friend. 50 caps. Yeah, good one. Okay.
No, I agree
Next-
with you,
next
man.
joke.
I think Happy's tried to pull one over on us. What do you think?
I think your man's just sending you for a jog. That's
Right.
He knows that's 250 caps. That's why he's never been back to
Right.
collect it, because he
I mean,
knows how much it is.
What the hell is Happy up to? Right? I mean, look, we're like anybody else. You know, Happy, he's arranging jobs for people. I mean, these are well-meaning people. Reverend Tuck over here, he's a well-meaning atom. Them acolytes for the whole. He's
Oh,
good
yeah.
people,
I
right?
don't
And then
care
over
much for the
here is
religion.
Matrix 9. Yeah. I mean, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. Matrix 9, just like your fellow robots here, security chief. He is a top-notch security.
Yeah,
person.
I've seen the
Me-
comic books. It's a nice paint job they've done on them, just like the comic
Absolutely,
books. It's
absolutely.
really, really nice.
Notice what else? We got here? We got ourselves a Vault Dweller. Vault Dweller.
I see that.
You want to talk about an upstanding, smart, conscientious person, right? Right there. Solomon. Hold on, I forgot his last name.
best.
Solomon Best. What am I trying to tell you? What are you,
What are you
Charlie?
trying to tell me, my friend?
I'm trying to tell you, my
That you
friend.
don't
that
have 250
we
caps
came
in it?
here. We came here under genuine business terms sent by Happy. Happy is the villain in this particular joke that we are finding ourselves in right now.
Happy seems to have just sent you on a spin for no reason, my friend. Happy knows very
That is
well
my-
it's 250 caps.
That is my point. That is my point.
What is your history with Happy?
Yeah.
Happy's an idiot. I used to play cards with Happy, but he was a cheater. He's a known cheater, so no one plays with him these days. I used to know him many years ago. He used to come round Good Neighbour and play cards. He's been chased out of Good Neighbour many times for cheating at cards. Happy's
See, we didn't know that.
a rogue.
See, we didn't know that.
Well, it's not
We
my
didn't know
fault
that,
you work
Charlie.
for idiots.
Well, there you go. There you go.
So, are you
And
gonna
it's
give
not
me
my
two-
fault.
Are
Good
you going to give me
sir.
250 caps, or would you like to have a look at my other wares?
If I may inquire, have you had any offers for this ring?
No,
Has
I mean,
any of these poor refugees even attempted to look at it for its offered price?
it's not out on display. It's kept in a safe. It's not out for the public to see. It's
A figure
it's
of
a special
speech.
piece. It's a special piece. I keep it in a safe in the back, and he gestures to a locked door behind him. There's a locked door there. I keep it in a safe in the back. It's a valuable piece. But Happy silly if he
figure of
thinks he's
speech,
getting it
good
back
sir.
for 50.
Have any of these poor refugees even considered buying it?
No.
Exactly. Good sir, you are never going to sell that ring. It is a pre-war relic, and this is post-war on this alien world. You have been fooled. It is worthless.
I'm not losing any money by keeping it in my safe, you know. It's not a problem for me to hang on to it.
No,
No, I'm not losing
but you are
any
not
money.
gaining any either. We have come to you with an offer.
What's your
something-
offer?
Caps for
Now,
something worthless.
At this point, I will let you make a contested barter check. So it's going to be no assists. You may use action points, and it's going to be contested, me versus you. And here's the rules. For every victory, it'll increase or decrease the price by 50 caps. So if you beat me by 3 successes, it'll bring it down by 150 to 100. If you beat me by 4 successes, it'll bring it down from 250 to 50. But if I beat you by 2 successes, it's going up by 100 to 350.
Okay.
I like it.
I'll go ahead and use
This is
I
good.
can use one of my the action points, right?
Yeah, so you have 1 action point.
Yep.
You using it?
I can spend that. Yep.
That's my fault.
Okay.
Barter check.
I'm going to
One additional
use...
die.
I'll use none. I'll give you a good chance, right? I'm going to use no action points. So let me roll barter. Four
started well.
versus
Ooh, you're-
1.
Oh.
Okay, so
I
with
thought I
your-
saw 2 there for a second.
with your expert haggling, you managed to, by some miracle, get this master barter down to 100 caps. So 250.
Can I roll luck? Is it 3 or is it? Can I just choose the 1?
Luck will re-roll 1 dice, so you could re-roll
Okay.
the 14 with 1 dice and potentially get
Yeah.
a 5th success
All
to
right.
bring it down to 50
I'm going
caps.
to do that. I'm going to spend 1 luck point and do that.
Out of the different ways I
1d20.
thought you would get the diamond ring, this is not how I thought you would get it by beating him on the barter.
Come on.
That is a
Oh.
success.
Oh
And
yeah,
then
it
there's
is
5 successes.
MVP.
He goes, wow, you're some,
Awesome, man.
you're some salesman, Mr. Matrix. Right, yeah.
We have caps in hand now.
50 caps it is. Hang on
And
1
with
second.
winter ahead, you will need it.
And he looks at his terminal and he types in a password, like five key presses, and the door behind him opens. And he goes through here, and then he goes to his safe. He opens up his safe. He comes out.
Can't believe I did that, guys.
I know, well done. He comes out and he holds out in his hand the box, and in the box he opens it up. There is a beautiful, shining, bright diamond ring. And just as he's about to hand you the diamond ring, the front door bursts open and a bunch of raiders come in and scream, "Hand over the keys to your safe and all your money or you're all gonna die. Charlie, get down on the floor." And that's where
Stand and deliver.
we'll take our halftime break, okay?
All right,
Great.
awesome.
And we're back from the break. So, just to actually retcon something slightly, so not just with the door bursting in, but with an explosion sound, the door bursts in, and when you turn and look, the shotgun turret is in flames and smoking, and looking out the window, you can see the 2 machine gun turrets are in flames and smoking as well. So these raiders have stormed in and they've blown up the turrets on the outside. Now we've put up our initiative orders in the break. Oh, Adrian, can you put your initiative order up? So click your token once, and then on your character sheet, press the initiative button.
Madly looking round. Ah, there you go.
Okay. You're a 14. Ooh, you're right at the top.
Naturally.
That makes things fun. Right. So, in
Yeah,
Fallout...
newbie doesn't know what he's doing.
It's the aggressors that go first anyway, so it doesn't matter who's at the top of the round. Whoever initiates the combat acts first, and then you do the initiative order. So we're gonna go. We're gonna go first with one of these guys. So you see, leading 4 regular raiders, there are 2 insane-looking guys. They look like they're hopped up on jet or something, and one of them is tossing a frag grenade in his right hand like a juggling ball, and the other one has this weird one-handed chainsaw-like weapon in his hand that some of you may know as a ripper. So one of them's wielding a ripper and one of them's wielding a hand grenade in his hand, and the one with the hand grenade's got a maniacal laugh, and he's like, hey, 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 hey. So that one, the one in the front, Huey Kablooey, he's gonna go, ah, you've got customers, Charlie. Ah, not like you, rich old fucking stupid ghoul. Of course you would have customers. Right, listen up, customers. You've got 2 choices. You can die, or you can join us and help us rob this old man. What's it gonna be? And then Huey Kablooey's gonna take his action, and he's gonna shoot at Charlie. So let me just pull up his character sheet.
See if just Charlie dies immediately.
And he's just gonna shoot with a double-barreled shotgun.
I'll be like, oh, at least we didn't give him the caps first.
He gets 1 success.
Well,
Oh no, he's not. Yeah, he does get 1 success. I'm gonna roll his damage.
The other Protectrons aren't on the initiative, by the way.
Oh,
That's a lot of
The
damage.
Protectrons
That looks a lot, I think.
the Protectrons are currently switched off, by the way. That's why
Oh
they're
my
not
God,
on the
what?
initiative. That's 6 physical damage.
This is one of those moments where I have to decide with the concept of playing to character.
On one of his legs, and his protection on his legs is 3, so he takes 3 damage.
Okay, great.
Okay, now we go into the initiative order. So it's actually Solomon at the top of the round. And after hearing that from the Raiders, Charlie's going to
actually,
yeah.
may I use my luck point to go first?
So because Adrian's not played before, you're no longer going first, Adrian, because one of the ways you can spend your luck points in Fallout is to act at the start of the initiative. So Matrix wants to spend a luck point and go before you.
What happens if I spend my luck point? Do I go before him?
Well, yeah, but it'd kind of be a waste because you're going to be before him.
I have a thing I gotta do before we all get mated immediately.
I was just being a dick on my first session.
You'll be before him in every other round anyway for free, so I would just let him do it.
So,
Spend his luck
yeah.
point.
Oh yeah. No, it's fine.
All right. So Matrix 9 is going to go. Minions of Dr. Zorbo, you will not take us this day. Cosmic power, and he'll activate his radiation.
His radiation coils.
So who is it right next to him? Is
That's Mac right next to him.
Oh well, Mac, you may take radiation damage. I thought it was a, I thought it was a brother next to me. Sorry.
So what do? You roll 2 dice.
Okay, so let me get
I'm
it.
glad I stood at the back now.
So he's setting off his radiation coils.
So
but
all
it's gonna
creatures
damage
within
everybody around
reach suffer 3d/c.
Does that hit
think
the
we're
ghoul
seeing
because he gets
radiation
healed by
damage.
that, right?
Yeah, that'll hit the ghoul also, so that's going to heal him by 3. Roll the 3
everyone
dice.
near me needs to roll 3 radiation damage, but it's gonna keep on every time I'm near, and it's gonna also affect these guys.
So everybody near you, right? Roll 3 dice, 3
There you
damage
go.
dice.
It'll be
So-
worth it, I promise.
Is that me as well? Is that everyone?
I would say no. I would say just there's the two next to you. So we'll say Mac and Charlie, right? So Mac, roll 3 damage dice. So just go to the top left of your screen, and where it's got the 2 dice, the wee face guy, roll 3 of them.
Wait, what am I supposed to do? I'm so sorry.
You're rolling 3 combat dice. So Charlie actually heals 1.
You know how you roll the dice symbol at the top left? Click the face next to it. Do 3
Yeah,
of
your
those.
damage die.
Okay, I see what you're saying now. Okay, hold on. Let me go to my character sheet and go to where the little face is. You said, yeah.
Correct. On the top
Yep.
And what do I roll?
3
3.
3. So 3 combat dice.
Yep. And whatever
You want a low number.
Yep. You want a low number, and this is how much radiation damage you're going to take. So you take 3 radiation damage.
I'm sorry, buddy.
That's all right.
Now,
You have been blessed by Adam.
radiation damage affects you differently from normal damage. Shaemus, what that does is instead of coming off your bottom end, it comes off the top end, so it comes off your max health. So your max health, instead of now being 13, is now 10. So you've got 10 out of 10 hit points, not 10 out of 13, 10 out of 10, because that radiation has brought your max hit points down. So you need some Radaway or something to cure that.
Right. I just did it manually, so I'm good. I think.
I'll take care of that, though. And that was my free action.
That's your free action.
And now I am charging in.
See, this is what happens when you go first. I was like, oh, that's such a better plan.
And now all of these 4 guys, unless you want to count these 2, need to roll radiation dice as well.
Okay, so I'll roll 1 dice for all of the regular raiders. They can just all have the same result.
Gotcha.
So they're all taking 2, and Huey will take...
Oh, I believe. Can I retcon
3.
something?
It depends what it is, but yeah.
I believe I can soak radiation damage from a guy near me. Let me just quickly.
That
check
is
the
true.
rulebook.
That is true. He could.
Yeah. So yeah.
You take the damage for.
Once per scene,
Shaemus.
when someone in close range to you would take radiation damage, you can choose to take this instead.
Oh,
Can I
He's
take?
close to. He's close to Mac Average.
so you can
I'm close
take
to
max
Mac.
damage instead, right? So Mac, you can have your max hit points back. You're back to 12.
Yeah.
Congrats.
And I only suffer 2 radiation damage, and I get the radiation point, which I can use.
His character likes radiation, and he can use a skill to soak up that
Yes.
radiation instead of you. Okay.
Combo. All right.
So
Okay,
my
well,
max
2
HP
to
is
everyone around me.
11 at the moment.
And now I'm
we go.
going to.
Hang on, let me take these guys in, so they should be on.
Yep.
Hang on, let me just check these character sheets. Yeah, so they all go down to 6, these guys. Okay, nice work. And what are you doing with your action?
I'm going to aim at the one not right next to me.
That one there.
In
Okay.
close range, and go. Taste my frozen might. Cryojet.
Cryojet.
And
Nice.
I'm going to roll no additional dice. No, is this additional dice?
You
Fire
have
rate?
0 action points anyway.
Yeah. Okay, so. This is just the hit.
1 success.
1 success to hit this guy.
Okay, roll me a body part dice.
Yep. Great D20.
And who's
19,
going right
so
now?
that's-
19.
I'm
that's
trying
one
to.
of his
I'm looking at
legs.
the turn order. Who is that in turn order that's
This,
going?
It's me. I use my luck point
He used
to
his
go
luck
first.
point to jump up to the
Still at
start
the
of
top.
the
Oh,
map.
okay. Gotcha.
Okay, so you can roll me damage. That's one of the legs.
Okay. So I'm using fire rate 3, which is 4 additional.
So that means you can add
Oh,
3 additional
3
bullets.
additional-
So it's 4
3
total
additional.
bullets.
You're right there in the mix with them, aren't you, buddy?
Yep,
Yep,
and he's
I gotta
using his
be.
fire rate to shoot extra. And you've got 5 energy damage with the burst and freeze
Burst. and
effects.
freeze.
So burst means you can hit another enemy.
God, I keep forgetting these.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm gonna hit the
Okay.
if I can pick.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
So
gonna
you-
choose
you can
the
hit him and him.
frag grenade.
Yep. Okay. So they take 5 energy damage minus the resistances each, and give me a body part for each of them. So roll 2.
Oh
So
no.
that's one of the legs, and that
Oh
is-
yeah,
It's just a body part.
complication.
and the 10 is one of the arms.
What's a 20 with the location?
Leg.
So the raider
Leg.
takes 4 damage. And Huey Kablooey takes... Where's his character sheet? He takes... his energy damage is 2 resistance, so he only takes 3. And what does the... Oh, hang on. What does the freeze effect do?
Freeze effect. Let me
Like
go.
stun,
Get
I
it.
think they lose their main actions next round.
It like depends on their constitution. Let me double check real quick. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Keep forgetting this.
That's okay.
RPG. PDFs. Settlers
We're all
supplement.
still learning
I
the
believe it
rules.
was. Page 93. One moment.
Yeah, usually the cheat sheets didn't add the new effects added in later books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's in the newer book, isn't it?
Freeze. Enemies hit by this attack will be frozen if the number of effects rolled are equal or more than half the target's endurance.
2.
So what's their endurance?
Okay, so the endurance of the raider is 6, so you didn't equal it, and the endurance of the raider psycho is
One more effect I could have done.
6. So you know you didn't make it. You would have had the 3 effects, so you don't freeze them. So you don't get the freeze effect,
Okay,
but you get
that's
the
fine.
burst, and you hit the 2 of them.
Still
so
do a nice area damage.
What a
it
shame.
is now finally your turn, Adrian. And I noticed you've
Yes.
put something up in the chat before. You're taking the aim
Nice.
action.
Well, no, I was just looking at what it did. I couldn't quite remember.
Right, okay.
So we can rebuild a new robot, can't we?
Yeah.
Probably. We have the
Probably,
technology.
I haven't known these people for a long time. I'm
uh.
thinking of taking the aim action and shooting the grenade
Right.
itself in the guy's hands.
Okay, perfect. So you don't have to increase the difficulty to pick a body part when you aim. So you can aim
No.
for the grenade with a difficulty of 1. So you use your minor action to aim.
Yeah.
So with minor action aim, that means you get to re-roll one of the results. So you roll your normal 2d20, but then with the aim as your minor action, you get to re-roll one of them.
Okay, I don't really know what I'm doing here now. So
you
get
have-
a core, I'm assuming.
Right, so you go to the core and you go to, it's just your small guns.
Small guns. Yeah.
Yep,
Just click on that.
Just click on that. You've got no action points to spend, so you'll just be making a straight roll. Normally it would take 2 successes to pick a body part, but because you've got VATS, it only takes you 1.
Oh, I rolled a 1. Look at that.
Dear Lord.
You got 4 successes. So you only needed 1 success and you got 4. What that means is you gain 3 action points.
I can save the action points for the next person.
So you now have
cool.
3 action points, and that
Yes,
is a
that goes
group
to the party.
resource. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have shot the grenade in his hand. Now,
Sorry, Matrix.
See what it does.
roll for damage to see how much damage you do to his hand first, and then I'm going to pop the grenade.
And,
Okay,
and
how do I?
this is Solomon here, right? Right here, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
just roll
that's
your roll your damage. If you look at the attack, it should have a damage button for you. Oh no, it's because you did. It's because you rolled small guns instead of rolling from the actual weapon. Right. Go to your weapon on the core. Go to your weapon. There'll be a damage button.
Weapon. So that's gear. I'm guessing weapon. Yeah.
Press the damage button.
I'm kind of wishing Solomon went first now.
I don't want to say I told you so, but
This is fine.
No, this is a smart move, and I didn't expect
No,
it.
on the core
I will
section.
accept the
So the main
consequences.
section of the sheet, Adrian. Down
okay,
at the
right,
bottom on the weapons.
back to core. Yeah.
Yep. Down at the bottom, you've got the weapons.
Okay. Yeah.
Press, There should be a damage button on that.
Okay. Yeah. I got it. Sorry. And there's no additional dice. I can't spend my dice to do additional damage, can I?
No, not for additional damage. You could spend bullets.
Yeah.
So you do 2 minus is 1 resistance. So he takes 1 damage on his
On that?
hand.
Yeah.
For a start.
I'm not worried about shooting his hand. I think the grenade's
But
probably going to do
The,
slightly more
the
damage.
grenade's going to blow up. So now we need to roll
Only
the damage
slightly.
for a frag grenade.
What's the radius?
And how we do it with a frag grenade is it's going to explode and hit everybody next to him.
Oh no!
I roll that as an attack, I believe. So I roll an attack, and if
Isn't Matrix 9 in there?
yes,
Yeah.
I'll roll an
Fine.
attack. If the attack
Sorry.
succeeds with 2 successes, then you take full damage. If I don't get 2 successes, you take half damage. So I've got to roll an attack for frag grenade now. Right, where's Shueikablu? Frag grenade, roll an attack. That's 0 successes, so you're all going to take half damage. So the damage for a frag grenade is 6, so I'm going to roll 3 damage dice.
Oh.
It's all right. They scattered.
Oh no, I'm
Everybody
heartbroken.
around will take 3 damage, minus their damage reduction. So each of you that
On
gets hit...
what body part?
Right, I'll just roll a body part then. It can be the same for everybody to make life easier,
It's
right?
the same everywhere for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, so it hits you all in the torso. So whatever your damage reduction is, you take 3 minus that damage to your torso.
I've only lost 1 hit point. It's okay.
It's not bad.
It could have been better, but
Is it-
at least Matrix is
Damage is damage.
Is a grenade physical
But-
damage or is it energy damage?
It's
One
pretty
moment,
much
I got
physical.
the
It's
doorbell. I'll
frag.
be right back.
It's physical with a frag grenade, isn't it?
Shrapnel.
Yeah, it's
The most
physical.
important thing is he can't throw it at us. That was the plan. So
So you take 2.
That is a good plan. That you did a good thing.
You take 2.
Smart. Better than mine.
He takes 2.
I like.
you're
I like
alive.
Adrian-
That's the main
I
thing.
like Adrian's thinking. I don't know him.
Have
I
you
just met this guy.
have you done your damage matrix? You've took yours, yeah?
Yeah, just 1. With my 2 physical resistance.
Sweet. Aye, it is physical damage for a frag grenade. Okay.
Humans you can't rebuild. Remember, robots we can.
Right, Solomon.
So-
So, it's worth noting that one of the things you can do with action points is spend 2 to take an extra major action. So say you wanted to take another major action. You can spend 2 of those action points, which you've earned for the group. And if you wanted
Yeah.
to do another major action, you can. Your difficulty would increase by 1.
No, I'm gonna let other people. I assume I can move now
Yeah,
as well.
you can also move. Yeah, you've got free movement.
Who's immediately after you? Oh, the guy, the raider boss is immediately
Yeah,
after you.
Raider
You may
boss.
want to take him down.
Oh, okay. Are they next before? Okay,
are
if
next.
that's the case, if no one minds, I'll take 2 of the extra dice and shoot him in the head.
Okay,
You
so
do what you gotta do, buddy.
you spend 2 action points, and you can now take
he
an extra
unarmored in the
major
head?
action. He is unarmored. Hang on, no, they are arms, legs, and torso. He is unarmored in the head. Yes.
So I can do an aim shot without any difficulties to the head, then,
Yeah,
can't I?
your
Using my little-
difficulty is 2 this time though, but that's because you're using it as your second major action. So difficulty becomes
Okay,
2
so-
anyway.
And I generated 3 dice, so theoretically I could steal one of the other dice and use
So you can
2
steal
dice.
You can steal
So I
another
could
one
use
and
a
roll,
bonus, so I can use 3 dice to try and shoot him in
roll
the
a
head. Then,
third
can't
dice. Yeah. So when you make the roll now, so go to your actual gun.
I? Wow,
Um,
does anyone mind if I use the extra one?
Hey,
Not at all.
use it or lose it.
Yeah, so
Yeah, alright, cool.
So go to the gun this time, Adrian. Go down to the weapon and press the weapon's name, and then it'll come up with a pop-up box, and it'll say, "Are you spending extra dice?" Put the 1 extra dice in there,
Okay, yeah,
and it'll roll
then
the extra
submit.
dice for you, and then submit. And that's in the head. 1 success, you hit him
Yeah.
in the head. You needed 2 successes there though, because your difficulty's now 2
Damn.
because you're the second.
Luck point? Can I spend
lu-
a luck point?
A luck point will re-roll one of the dice. Yes, so it'll re-roll
Okay.
one of the
Come on, Adrian.
13s. Remember to take the
So
luck
if
off
I-
your character sheet, and then you can
Great
re-roll
Adam.
them.
Oh, for God's sake!
So you miss.
Welcome to the club, Adrian.
Remember,
yeah. Welcome to roll 20.
remember,
Well,
remember,
yeah.
remember to
Welcome
take
my world.
one. Remember to take 2 bullets off your character sheet, because it's very important we track the bullets in Fallout, because they're a very finite resource. Right, that is
Okay.
Solomon's turn. Welcome to the game. Now, Huey Kablooey is going to look at his hand that's all exploded and be like, "Oh, shit! And he's going to laugh like fuck. And I'm going to look at his character sheet. Bear with me a second.
I'm telling you, Oliver, I'm going to
That's-
steal that for another one of my campaigns. Huey Kablooey. That's a brilliant name.
Gear to edit. I can't work out how to edit the gear down, sorry.
So he's going to do, with his minor action, he's going to take a chem.
Oh, I was going to move, by the way.
Oh,
Can
yeah,
I still move?
yeah, you can still move, mate. Go ahead, sorry.
Well, I sort of ducked down behind the desk because I'm not an idiot.
And
So-
by the way, I'm still learning Fallout, So when he takes a Kim, which I believe I heard you say,
Mm-hmm.
does that, we always couch things in D&D type function. Does that take an action for him to do
Minor
that? Is what I'm
action.
trying to
I've put it
understand.
up in the
is.
chat.
Okay,
So
minor.
a raider cycle can use a dose of psycho as a minor action, and for the remainder
Okay.
of the combat, the raider cycle adds 2 damage dice to all physical rolls they make, and +2 to all
Okay.
physical energy damage resistances. So
And
So
which
it's
one
like
is
a
it
fast
that's
action.
got that?
Okay, so
Huey
in some
Kablooey.
other game
Kablooey.
systems that would be
Which
like
is
a
the-
fast action. Okay, gotcha.
Oh, it's this one, the
Yeah.
one in the middle.
Yeah.
All right.
Now I can take the free symbols off because they didn't actually get frozen, did they? Okay. So
Well, I see the symbols on there. Can you hover over there to understand what those are?
he
doesn't
takes
show you-
he's going to take a chem, and then he's going to
Okay.
pull out his combat shotgun again, and this time he's going to aim it at Mac.
Ah. And who are we talking about? Are we talking about this guy right here?
Yeah.
All right. Is that what that symbol means?
Well, no, the symbol is he's just taking jet. That's what sorry, psycho. He's just taking a dose of psycho, and that's what that symbol is. And he's
All
going
right.
to try to attack you now. Oh no, I just pressed the wrong weapon. Cancel.
I'm like moving up on him. I'm like, come on, motherfucker, bring it on.
And I'm not going to spend any dice because combat shotguns are quite brutal anyway. No successes. Okay. I've got 3 action points.
What,
I'm gonna-
what did
I'm
he
gonna-
fire?
I'm
what
gonna
did
let
he,
Charlie go
attack
next.
me with?
So
What's that?
he fired a combat shotgun at you. Charlie's next, and Charlie is going to punch into his keyboard on his terminal, and when he does, one of the protectrons bursts into life.
Aha!
So I'm now going to add that
Perfect.
protectron to the turn order. But only one of them came on, so obviously he needs to do them one at a time. But he's just activated
That's efficient
one.
security.
He's just
That's
activated
10.
one of the protectrons, and that goes in at 10. So we'll put it after the dogs. The dogs aren't in the combat, but I put them up anyway, just in case anything happens with them. Okay, so that was Charlie's turn. That's his...
I would like to use a luck point to go first.
Okay, hang on, because Charlie's... We're still in the first
Okay,
round.
sorry.
We're still in the first round anyway.
Yeah.
So Charlie's... Is it a minor action to interact with the terminal? It is, isn't it?
I believe it's interact as a minor action. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Sorry.
he's going to, with one minor action, he's going to interact with his terminal and turn on the protectron, and with his major action, he's going to turn and aim at this guy here with his gun. He's like, you got to cover me! I need time to get these protectrons on and let the dogs in! But he has got a gun, and he's going to fire it. He's got 1 success, so he's going to roll his damage. And he's going to add 4 additional dice. Oh, and he gets 6 with
Great.
burst. Okay, so he's going to hit him for
Who's
5.
Who's he attacking?
This guy here. He's going to hit him for 5 damage. And he gets the burst effect as well, so he's going to hit the guy behind him. The guy behind him drops dead.
Awesome.
And this guy, I need to work out what body part it was on because it's an injury, because it's 5 damage. Well, let me double check. Yeah, physical is 1, so he takes 5 damage. So it's an injury to his. Is that right arm number 12 or is that left arm? I think it's right arm.
Don't ask me.
Anyone,
I don't have the chart
anyone
handy.
have it handy? Right, I'll pull one up. I've got it somewhere.
Yeah, I don't have it here in my book at the
I have
moment. Do
it
I need to look
somewhere.
it up?
Hit locations. 12 is right arm.
Right arm. All right.
Yep. Okay, so his right arm is now crippled, so he's going to drop the ripper that was in his hand. So this
That's good.
chainsaw thing, that he's going to drop that. That's what happens when you get a crippled. So he's got a crippled right arm now, this guy, Dennis Prodman.
You know who could use a ripper? A certain brother of ours.
Absolutely.
The colour matches your eyes.
Dennis, what did you call him? Dennis
Prodman.
Dennis Prodman.
Prod.
And that was Charlie the Ghoul's turn, so it's now Dennis Prodman's turn. So he's dropped his cattle prod, his prodder. So what other weapons has he got? Let me see his character sheet. Oh, this is fun. He's going to throw a Molotov cocktail at this Protectron at the back of the room.
Nice.
Okay.
Meanwhile, the dogs are going nuts.
And I'm going to spend an action point.
At this guy way back here?
Yep.
Yep.
2 successes, so I get an action point back.
Ooh.
And he gets to roll damage. Why is the damage not coming up?
That's the one that hasn't fired up yet, right?
No, this is the one that
I
did
believe
fire up.
it's- Yeah,
Oh,
the
it
one that
is.
just
Okay.
activated.
Oh,
For some reason, my damage isn't coming up. Have I not activated the damage on the character sheet for a Molotov cocktail?
Don't know. 3d20s
Yeah, it should
bounced
be
on
4.
my screen.
There we go.
If you press, yeah.
There you go.
The 46 has just turned up.
2 damage with Persistent and Blast. So there's nobody else around it to hit with Blast, but Persistent, what that means is this thing will take 2 damage dice next turn as well. At the end of each of its subsequent turns, it takes Persistent damage. Okay, so that was Dennis Prodman's turn. It's now Matrix 9, our own Protectron.
No, it's not my turn because I have already gone.
You've already gone. It's the Raiders then. Great fun. So, they're going to start spreading out. This one's going to move to here. And he's going to fire a shot at Mac.
ah,
My God, they love you, Mac.
yeah. Everybody loves Mac.
I'm going to spend one.
Okay,
action
just for
point.
that, you deserve to be shot.
I'll spend one little action point.
Everybody loves mac and cheese. There, Matrix 9.
2 successes, so I gain an action point.
2.
Yep. So, I roll damage now. Oh, I should have used this fire rate. What's your physical reduction on this body part, Mark? Mac? Right arm.
don't
What's your
know.
physical reduction?
Again, I'm new to the game.
It
so
will
give me-
be on your core sheet and
core
the
sheet.
so go to
paper doll.
core. And what am I looking for?
The paper doll, the
Damage reduction.
ball boy, on your right arm, so the left side.
Right arm. What am I looking at? Physical DR?
Physical
Yes.
DR.
1.
Oh, so you take
So
no
you
damage.
take no damage.
I take what?
No
0 damage.
Zero.
So,
Nice.
disappointed
Okay.
with his result, he's going to spend 2 action points to take another shot at you.
Wow.
Of course
Okay.
he is.
Difficulty does now become 2 to hit you, but he is going to attempt to shoot you again.
All right. And how do I move my? Oh, there it is. I see. I can move. All right. I'm gonna point to this guy.
That's 2
Okay.
successes. I got you.
Oh!
Seats again.
Wait, what did he roll?
Let's
He
see if
rolled
he-
a 20.
And I'm going to spend some extra
No.
bullets.
Oh, that's one
Opposite.
success, right?
So you take 4 physical damage to this
Ooh,
body
poor
part.
guy.
Oh,
Ouch.
Oh, fuck.
On your, I think it's right or left leg. One of your legs, you take 4 physical damage, Shaemus.
All right, and that's 17. Oh wait,
No, the 17 is the
What
body
is that?
part. The 17 is the body part. It's one of your legs, so you take 4 damage to the leg.
I see that, and I have physical damage resistance of 1 there. So,
So you take 4.
all right. So if I look at my HP right now, I'm at 12.
No, you should absolutely not be at 12 because I've just shot you.
No, well, it says my
I'm
max
11.
HP is 10.
Yeah, your max
Yeah, but
HP
that's
is 10. So
because
how
of
you
the
going to be?
radiation.
Yeah, your max HP is
You
10.
forgot to
It should
boost
normally
it
be
again.
12, but it's 10.
You didn't
went down to
revert.
10 hit points, and then I've just hit you for 4.
So it doesn't do it automatically.
So
do
you're
I
on
need to
6.
reduce it by 4?
yes.
Okay,
You're on
1,
6.
2, 3, 4. Oh, I'm at 6.
You're at 6. Yes, there you go.
All right, my friend.
Okay, so
Yeah.
this
Wait,
one.
shouldn't he be at 8?
No, it should be at
Because
6.
he's 12, right?
Oh yeah, he's at
What's
6
your-
of 10 because his max is his max is down. You're
Yeah,
at 6
yeah.
of 10. You're at 8 of 10. 8 of 10
All right.
because your max is down to
I
10.
like the sound of that.
Yeah, you're on 8 of 10. So this raider,
What,
Yeah,
and what
you
did he
didn't
hit me
suffer
with?
radiation damage because of me, so your
That's
max
right.
is 12 instead of
oh
10.
yeah,
right?
your max is still 12. Yeah, so you're on 8 out of 12. So you can put your max back up to 12.
Okay, I can. Okay, good. I'm doing that right now. Oh, let me go. Hold on.
I've done
My
it for you.
max is now 12. All right. All right, guys.
Right. Okay. Sorry for the confusion. Still a
That's
new
all right.
GM.
I'm learning. I'm
So
learning.
this raider is going to make a melee
It's going
attack.
great.
This one down here is going to make a melee attack on Matrix, okay? So,
Finally.
he's going to attack with a tire iron, classic Fallout weaponry. That looks like 1 success, so he's going to roll damage.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
4 minus
damage,
your physical damage reduction on this body part.
2. So, it's a 2 everywhere. So,
Okay, so that was on the torso. So you take 2 damage. Okay, so we have the last one. He's also going to turn around and attack you then, because you're right next to him, and because you hurt him
Yeah,
with
no problem.
radiation.
I accepted the risk.
Tire iron again. I'll spend my last action point to get 1 additional dice.
So popular. Oh,
And I got no successes in my last action point. Okay, so that is the turn of the Raiders. Done. Now, it's Mac Aver'age.
Here we go. I am going to
get revenge, buddy.
This guy just he's the guy that just I'm gonna get point blank range.
Yep.
And again, I appreciate everybody's patience as I am
And
new
you
to
you might want to aim actually instead of using your maneuver to
how do I
walk.
do that? How do I do aim?
So you are, instead of using your maneuver to walk, you use your minor action to aim, and it means when you shoot, you get to re-roll 1d20.
All right. Again, thank you guys for teaching me. How do
No
I
problem.
how do I
You don't have to physically do anything on the sheet to target him.
You
or
just
don't have to
declare
physically
it.
do anything. Just declare that you're using
Just
the aim
declare.
action, and then it means you get to re-roll 1d20.
I get to re-roll one?
You get to re-roll 1d20,
If
yeah.
I want to use my sharpshooter pipe revolver,
Yep.
what do I do?
Just click on, go to your, so the core section of your character sheet, scroll down to the bottom where the weapons are, and just click on the words for the name of the weapon.
Okay,
And that'll then bring up the-
I'm going to weapons.
That'll then bring
Yeah,
up the
give me
pop-up
a
box,
second.
if you want to add dice.
Hold on, I'm moving it up. I see sharpshooter, and what do I click on? Not on damage. I click on.
No, click on the word sharpshooter, click on the actual name of the gun.
Okay, here I do.
And that should bring up your pop-up now.
Input value. Okay, additional dice. Do I have
0.
Do we have any action dice?
You have 0.
No,
I spent them and wasted them. Sorry.
that's all right. No, that's fine. Okay, here we go.
0
Oh,
successes
20,
and a
fuck!
complication. So, would you like to
Fuck!
spend luck to re-roll your complication, or are you going to take the complication?
Yes, yes.
Right.
One of the things that, thank God.
Oh, actually, you aimed, so you get to re-roll 1 anyway.
That's
you
right,
Don't have
that's
to
right.
spend a luck.
Yeah.
You don't have to spend a luck. You already
Okay.
get to re-roll that 20. Because you
Okay, so
aimed.
to
I really do that.
re-roll, I can just go to the dice and
Uh,
roll 1d20.
in the top
right?
left.
And roll small
Yeah.
guns agility.
You're due,
what was-
you're due a 1. You didn't get a 1 earlier tonight, so
Yeah,
you're
you're
due
due a
one.
1.
Agility, what was it? Agility what?
Agility small guns.
Okay. All right, here we go. Come on.
No
Close.
successes. And remember to
I
take a
still
bullet.
At least it's not a complication.
Remember to lower your character sheet's number of bullets. Okay, so
okay,
the
hold on.
Protectron, which is now burned into life, is going to move to attack. So it's going to go to...
All right, hold on. So I fired at this guy and I
Yep.
missed.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
essentially it.
Yep.
All right, hold on. I need to go to gear and
Yep.
lower my
Lower your ammo
um,
by 1.
by 1. Okay.
So this Protectron bursts into life
Sorry,
and he's going to
guys.
come down and attack this raider. With his arm... No, with his claws. With his claws. He gets 1 success. Three physical damage
3
minus
damage.
its reduction on this body part.
Very nice.
On one of its legs. So this guy takes 2 damage to one of the legs.
Does his flames affect him?
No, they're just going to affect... The flames don't affect other people. They just affect the
Oh.
Protectron. But at the end of its turn, it now rolls 2... Is it 2 damage dice it rolls? For persistent
2
damage?
damage. And for each effect, it stays, and if there's no effect, one of the fires ends, I believe.
No effects.
Yeah.
So is that
You
no
want me
damage
to
then?
double check?
Damage.
You can
So let
double
me
check.
see. What's it called again?
No, I think that's still 4 damage, but because there's no effects, it
Persistent.
doesn't continue.
if one or more effects are rolled, the target suffers a weapon's damage again at the end of their turn and the subsequent turns for a number of rounds equal to the number of effects rolled. So that means 2 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
A character may use a major action to make a test to stop the persistent damage earlier. So he just takes fire for 2 turns, basically.
So he does take 4 damage in that
He
round.
takes 4 damage, 4
Minus his
energy
protection.
damage.
Well, his energy damage
And he's got-
reduction of a Protectron is 3, so he only takes 1 damage.
Okay, great. And he's still
I
on
get
fire
better
for 1 more
protection than I
turn.
do. Hold on.
Okay, so he takes 1 damage. And it's Brother Dimglow's turn.
Perfect. I see that sweet chainsaw blade fall on the ground. And it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas for me, so I...
That's a very,
we don't
very
have-
cool weapon.
yeah, we don't have action points, right?
You don't have any action points.
Alright, so I'll leave the weapon on the ground because I can't do a second minor action, so I'm just going to walk up to the guy.
Okay.
And I decide to hit him with my baseball bat, obviously.
Okay.
Batter up.
Batter up.
So that's melee weapons. And I generate
looks good.
2 action
Successes.
points for the group.
You generate 2 action
Nice,
points.
well done.
Now, I got the perk Big Leaks, which means when I make a melee attack with a
With a
two-handed
two-handed
melee weapon, the
you
weapon gains vicious damage effect.
You have vicious damage, yeah.
And I can use action points to get additional damage die, right?
With melee weapons, yes, you can add action points, 1, 2, or 3, to add 1, 2, or 3 extra damage dice.
I'm going to spend one of the action points I generated for an additional damage die,
Okay.
Feel free.
and I'll go ahead and...
And you have
You
vicious.
also have your
Vicious.
radiation points.
Yeah, that's after this attack, so
Okay.
I need to roll it after that. So this is just my baseball bat attack.
Ooh.
That's
6 with
6 damage
vicious.
and 1 vicious.
Okay, you should on your baseball bat on your character sheet go to the baseball bat, and if you write vicious in the effect, it will come up from now on. So that's
Okay.
6 minus damage reduction on which body part?
Let me see. So that's a d20. There we go.
That's the head,
Yes.
where he's unarmored. So you cripple
He's not
the
going
head.
to have much face left.
In fact,
And
oh, he's still alive.
he's still alive?
Really?
Okay, but
Still alive,
Oh,
yeah.
I've still got that radiation point, and when I use a radiation point, I can, after rolling my damage, spend another 2 damage die for radioactive energy damage to the guy.
Okay. So you've already crippled his head. He's in a very bad
Yeah.
way. So you're doing your radiation damage now as well with your radiation point.
Yeah, so
Okay.
those are 2 d6s radiation damage, and that's 4.
4 radiation damage. Right.
Yeah.
And this is on the same spot, the head.
I believe so, because I did hit him. It doesn't say anything
Yeah,
about
well, he's
the
got
area
no,
in the
he's
book.
got no damage reduction on his head. You have wiped him out, Brother Dimglow. Well done.
Oh, it's all gone very much Walking Dead.
Yeah, but the thing is,
You
the
just,
glory isn't to me, it's to Adam, obviously.
you just
Obviously.
bashed his head off.
I think that he might be quite
100%
tasty.
To Adam.
Is,
Yeah.
is that it for your turn? So you
That's all for Brother Negan.
Is that
Brother
it?
Negan.
That's all
you
for
can't-
Brother Negan.
You can't say it that way, yeah.
Okay, Solomon, your turn.
Back to me. Right. I guess I'm going to have a stand up from hiding behind the desk, like the coward that I
Well,
am.
because you're behind the desk, you have got cover. So if somebody tries to shoot at you, you have got cover. We'll keep that in mind.
Yeah. So, who is most at risk? Right. So we've still got. Can I pop the leader man here in the head?
Yeah,
Give him
yeah,
another
yeah.
go
Yeah.
because he got away with it far too lightly last time.
Yep.
Yeah, do you know one of the special effects being a Vault Dweller?
You aiming?
Yeah. Aiming. Go on. Have I got another one?
Yeah, as a Vault Dweller, you can, for example, you said, I want to pop him in the head.
You can aim for the head
Usually
without
you need
increasing the
to-
difficulty.
Yeah. Oh, you were away when I did it last time. I re-rolled because I needed 2 successes because I spent a thing and then I still missed.
Yeah, so aiming for the head for you only takes
Life,
still only
life
one.
sucks.
So you can, if you don't move, you can aim. So you can now aim at
Yeah.
his head with a difficulty
Yeah.
of 1 only, and you still get the reroll.
Yeah. Okay. And what could go wrong?
What could go wrong?
Nothing.
Nothing. I like that. Shall I spend that extra dice?
Have you got any? Yeah, you've got one.
Yeah, we
sitting
got
there,
we
might
got
as well.
one AP. So I spend that 1 extra AP.
Go for
Hey,
it.
buddy,
Fine
it's the leader.
By me.
As long as you don't miss, you know. If you do, there's gonna
Okay. Yeah. now I'm worried.
5 successes. Holy shit!
There
that-
you go.
That's a lot of not missing and a lot
Yeah,
more AP
that's
back
a
for
lot of
everyone
missing.
else.
You just got
So,
Yes,
4 AP
sir.
back. Okay.
so I
you may roll
think that was a
damage,
good
sir.
use.
You may.
Yeah.
Now here's the
Or
thing.
AP.
You can technically re-roll one of them, but you're not going to want to, are you? You're going to stick
No,
that.
no,
Yeah.
no. I'm gonna stick for
Yeah.
the party. I'm not gonna spend any more dice. I don't think.
You can't add.
Sorry, any more bullets. I think I'll just leave it.
Yeah, to add this, it's just adding bullets. Okay, roll.
Is it worth? As it's my first. Is it worth spending additional bullets to do extra damage, or is it because they're quite hard to find? Is it keep on top?
We're
Yeah, but
likely
the
going to
guy
be
puts a
selling
lot
this
of armor.
loot.
Plus
So
it's
it better to save. It'd be better to
Okay.
get him down quicker
It's also
and
it's
then
a one
save
shot as
like
well.
healing supplies, which are more
All right.
rare and more expensive.
Okay. How many bullets can I spend?
What's the fire rate?
Up
on
to
the
your
gun?
fire rate. On your gun.
It says 2 on here, so I'm
So you
guessing
can
2. So
add
that's
up
2
to
more bullets.
Yeah.
Bullets.
All right. I'm gonna spend it.
And each
I'm gonna
bullet
go.
is an extra dice.
Okay. I'm gonna go with the wise words.
Wow, 7.
There you go.
Damage.
Good choice.
That was worth it. I
And that
feel
was-
fine now.
And that was in his head.
Yeah, in his head.
Right, Adrian. So in true Fallout style, you blow his head off. You can describe how that looks if you would like.
viscera across the screen.
It's a clean kill, straight through the eye. So there's no blood in the face. So when we look at his dead corpse, he's still as good looking or as ugly as he was. But the back of his head, on the other hand, it's a mess.
Rest in peace.
Talk about being bloodshot.
Rest in peace,
Yeah.
Huey Kablooey and Dennis Prodman. Okay, I can take them out the initiative order now.
Yeah. So that's 3 bullets. Then I'm guessing. Is that how that works? Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
take 3
okay,
bullets
alright.
off the character sheet. Okay, so Solomon, unless you've got anything else you would like to do with your action points, there are action points sitting there. You could take another major action. Or are you passing it on?
I'm going to pass it on.
Okay.
Let people go and spend what I've just generated. Go
So
and
it's
have some fun.
Charlie's turn, and on Charlie's turn, with his minor action, he's going to punch some more keys into the keyboard, and this Protectron will burn into life. And then with his major action, he's going to actually turn round and aim his gun at this one. Hang on, I can. Right, so Charlie. He's going to shoot. 2 successes.
Ooh, nice.
So the action point's actually going to go in my pool rather than yours, just because he's an NPC. Even though he's on your side, he's an NPC. I'm taking the action point. And the damage will be 3 minus his damage reduction on this body part. Well, that's the head, so there's no damage. No, that's the groin. Sorry, that's the groin. So he does get he gets the 1 damage reduction. So he's got 1 hit point left. So he's still alive, that raider. Right, and that was Charlie's turn. Matrix.
Matrix is going to only 2 left. We need to move. I'm gonna use my claws. Sorry, what was that?
You're still over here, right?
Yep.
In the mix.
I'm right next to him. So I'm gonna use my claws on one of them. Who's looking more hurt of the 2?
So this one is on death's doorstep. They're both on death's doorstep, actually. They both look pretty badly fucked up.
On guard! Haha! I'll get the one to the left.
Okay.
Over here. Claws, additional dice. No.
That's 2 successes.
2
You gain
successes.
an action point. You're up to 5, by the way.
Yep.
Lion.
No additional dice. Just
So
Straight damage 3.
2 physical. Well, depends if you hit him in the head or not. Actually, roll a body part.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Because he's got no protection there. So he takes 2 damage, and that was this one. He drops down dead.
Yes.
Awesome.
What a easy
With
now.
his claw. Die, minions of Zorbo.
Anything else, or is that you?
That's my turn.
Okay, it's the raider next. So we've got 2 of them. This one's going to use the opportunity to try and sneak out, and he's going to run away. What I'm going to do is I'm going to.
Don't blame him.
There's no official attack of opportunity rules in Fallout, so I'm not going to give. I'm not going to give Matrix. In fact, Matrix taking his turn this round. So, what I'll do is, Matrix, if you want to spend 2 action points for an extra major action, I'll let you have an attack of opportunity.
Okay. Now that you mentioned that, sure.
Yeah,
2
right.
action points.
So you may
a
take it.
claw.
Now it's still an extra. It's still an extra attack, so it's still got a difficulty of 2. But you may spend 2 action points and have an attack of opportunity if you want.
Because he's right here. He sees him going. Is it your
Yeah,
point?
yeah, you're right next.
And I'm gonna spend 1 more action point to
Okay.
spend an additional die.
Okay. And that is 2 successes.
Okay.
You hit
Oh,
him.
nice.
Nice.
You can roll
Perfect.
damage.
Let me roll location first.
That is one of the legs,
All right.
and that is enough to
More
wipe them
damage.
out.
Okay, worth it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Take him down.
Well, it's more loot. That was loot that was just about to escape out the door. And the last one, he doesn't really have such an easy option.
He's right here, right? This guy.
Yeah, he's going to. No, he's going to try it. I think what he's going to do, he's going to turn around, and he's going to aim at you, Matrix. And oh no, no. So he doesn't have. Okay, he doesn't have Molotovs. Okay, so he's just gonna try and run past you, right? So you've already had an attack of opportunity.
Yep.
So I'm gonna say you can stick out your foot to try and trip him, and I'm gonna give him, if you do that, I'm gonna give him like an athletics test to get past it or something. How does that?
Can I
Sure.
use my luck
Fair?
points to go first?
Yeah, you can use a luck point to go before him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on, couldn't Mac Aver'age trip him?
Yeah, but brother
I mean-
Demglow is going to take his action first by spending a luck point anyway.
All right.
But you see
Is
him,
it
he's about to
Before
run
he
that
moved?
way. Yeah, he's about.
Okay.
But you see him about to run that way.
Okay. The moment I see his intentions to leave, I pick up the Ripper
Ho,
on the
ho,
ground,
ho, 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 ho.
and I'm gonna wait until he passes me, and then
Okay, so he's going to run past you. Do you want to?
Are you going to do it low, across the kneecaps?
Do you want to spend 2 action points to be able to take him out? Oh no, you're spending your luck point to take your turn, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so
yeah,
do
exactly.
you want to make an attack with the Ripper then?
Yeah, I'll just need to see what the damage is for the Ripper. So
Oh,
my
well,
melee-
I have it on this guy's character sheet, so let me just
Okay,
pull it back
perfect.
up for you. In this Prodman.
Okay, and I generate an action point again.
So a Ripper is 4 vicious damage.
4 vicious. All
Yeah.
right.
4 with vicious.
Vicious, and nah, there's 2 little action points. So there we go. That's a lot of damage.
Oh yeah. 5 with the vicious effect.
Yeah.
That's enough to kill him. You end his
Nice.
life. So that's one
think
more
that's-
doesn't get away.
That's a good tryout for your new weapon, isn't it? I think.
This
Yes.
weapon
That's
will
a
suit just
success.
Fine.
So that was the last of the raiders is dead, folks. Combat's over. Charlie the ghoul looks around. I would say sweating, but he's a ghoul, so he doesn't sweat. And he's like, oh, thank you, friends. Thank you so much. These fucking idiots. You don't get past Charlie the ghoul that easy. These motherfuckers. And he gets up out his seat and he starts walking across to these ghouls, to these raiders, and he starts emptying their pockets and taking their stuff off them. He's like,
I
hey,
believe
if you're
we
not
are
fast, you're
due.
last.
compensation.
Yeah. You take that one. I'll have this one. You can have that one. I'll have this one. And he just starts taking the stuff off the dead bodies. And then as he does that, he drags the bodies out into the street one at a time and just kicks them on the road. And then he'll go grab another one and just dump it on top of the first one. And he starts making a pile of bodies in the street.
Now, I don't think really we can have that, Charlie. I think maybe you can have one body and then we have the rest of them.
We did dispatch them.
Yeah. I suppose you did. I mean,
And we want the ring for free.
Yeah, right. Okay, good one. Okay, listen. You can take the scrap, the armor, whatever these guys have, but you've already paid for the ring. I'm not giving you Happy's ring for free. Don't be
Very well.
Don't be crazy. But listen, you can
The loot is ours.
I'll just drag them out into the street then, and you can take what you want. So he starts just dragging the bodies of these.
Fair enough.
Perception check to make sure he's not trying to loot it. He drags it.
Now,
Yeah, he's like dragging them out, one hand in their pocket as he's moving them.
for the record, each raider has that. So there's that times 4 because of 4 raiders. And Dennis.
By the way, I'm with you guys. I don't think we should let them. I think we should hold them accountable. I think we should get the.
So we're gonna get the loot from all the people now. Then is that what?
Yeah,
he's
you're getting the loot,
agreeing
but
to?
you're just not getting the key.
We're not getting the ring for free.
So
Okay.
the first one that I've
Original
listed there,
arrangement. Awesome loot.
pipe
Oh,
gun,
so we don't have
tire
an
iron.
option. We're not going to get the ring for free. Okay.
So you'll notice I've listed
It's
it on the
fine.
bottom right. The first one, pipe gun, tire iron, and 10 plus 5 DC, 38 ammo, and wealth 1. That's all times 4. So I'm going to roll
Okay.
4d20. This is how many caps the 4 raiders have. So somebody make a note. You get 37 caps,
Nice.
and I need to roll 20
We just
damage.
divided
dice.
by 4, I assume.
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Woohoo! I've got some caps. I had no caps. I'm loaded.
Matrix 9 will volunteer to take the lesser amount with the division. So he'll
So
take
that's
8.
61 times 0.38 ammo. That's what that roll was for. So that's how much ammo you find on the 4 raiders. So it was.
Of what type?
So it's 37
Alright.
caps.
How many gaps or caps?
37.
36.
61
So it's
ammo.
nine each, and Matrix is
9
going to
each,
take
yeah.
8.
Yep. 61 ammo, which was 38. 4 road leathers. 4 pipe gun. 4 tire iron.
Where am I seeing this, Oliver?
And we each can take one of them.
I'm typing it in the chat. So you can all
Sell
have.
at our leisure.
So
Yeah,
basically,
alright.
you could all add to your sheet a road leathers, a tire iron, and a pipe gun.
Or,
Yeah.
if you wish, I can probably sell it back in Diamond City with my barter.
Or you can
So
sell it back in
specialize in
Diamond
barter.
City. But on
And then get a better deal for bulk and give you guys the returns.
Yep.
Yeah,
you
I'm
want
guessing
to
my
build one,
armor's
you can have
my
one.
armor's already better than road armor. I'm assuming.
Yeah, it is.
Alt suit? Yeah.
Also, you found a leather chest piece. One of the Psycho Raiders had a leather chest piece. A double-barreled shotgun.
Sounds fun.
2 leather chest pieces because they have 1 each. 2 double-barreled shotguns because they have 1 each. The Ripper. He doesn't have any more. Oh no, he does have. So 2 more damage dice of grenades. So that
I
was.
would love to have one
one
of those
plus-
armored chest pieces.
So that's 2 grenades, 2 frag grenades, 2 combat shotguns, 2 leather chest pieces.
All right, how do I do the leather chest pieces? We just
We can add
Go
it to
to
your
add
sheet later. So it's two combat shotguns, 2 leather
Just jot
chest
it down for
pieces.
now.
Yeah, we'll just jot them down
Yeah,
for now.
I guess write down what you want to keep, and then we'll just have a pool of stuff that we want to sell.
Yep.
Is that-
I
that's
say all of the road leathers, pipe guns, and tire irons.
So I'll make-
sell.
I bet
Yeah.
in
Grenade,
between-
grenades make sense. I'd like a shotgun if nobody minds.
Okay.
yeah.
I don't mind.
So-
I got a Ripper.
Hey, you get 2 range characters. me who can't wield it, and the melee guy. So yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
Yeah,
I've
perfect.
got
Thank
a
you.
38 and a 45, but I don't have a shotgun/rifle. I don't have armor, so I would really like armor.
Yes, feel free
Go
to
ahead.
take it.
Okay, so
Take the armor. I'm fine.
Brother Dimglow has combat armor.
Two,
Yeah, I'm pretty
two-
good. I'm
there's
pretty good on the
two
combat
leather chest
armor.
pieces, 2 combat shotguns, and 2 frag grenades. So
All
feel
right.
free to...
Is there any ammo for the shotguns? I'm assuming there'll be something floating around.
No,
or
there's
not.
there's not any shotgun ammo actually. The shotgun ammo was finished.
Or is my shotgun full of ammo and Max is empty?
Yeah.
Because I managed to swap it.
We'll say there's 2 shots in each. So each combat shotgun has
Alright.
2.
Okay, cool, perfect.
2
Or
shells.
4 and none.
No, 2 in each.
2 each. That's cool. That's perfect. That's what we need.
Now, Charlie will say, look, if you want to buy any more shotgun shells, I've got some in the shop. I can sell you some shotgun shells, my friend.
Could we
How
get a
much we
discount
tell you?
for saving your life?
Yeah, I mean, I'll give you the regular prices. I'll not give you nuclear winter prices. I will give you regular prices today.
Okay. That's better.
Mr. Matrix,
that's
can't
like
we just sell all the salvage we don't need to this guy?
I'm not buying.
Oh,
No, he's not going to buy the salvage. He's just giving you the salvage as part of the deal.
we'll sell this back in Diamond City.
Yeah, you can sell it.
If
in
there's
Diamond City.
anything
I
you
love
want to
the
buy
plan.
here, though,
I do. I love that.
you
We've
can
got
buy at
6
a discount here.
we've got 6 dead bodies if he wants them.
So they'll get dumped out in the street.
Okay. How many of these caps can I buy with? Sorry, shotgun shells can I buy with caps? How does that work?
So
Ah,
shotgun
that's-
shells are a cost of. Let me see.
And also, how do we divide the ammo? That's the only other thing, because that will depend on. Well, no, it doesn't really matter.
I would divide it by 2 because you got, well, it was, what type ammo was it? 38?
It was 61, 38 ammo, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Who
Yeah,
has
61,
38?
I don't use 38.
I don't use 38.
That's a very good point.
Nobody uses it. We can sell it.
I do.
Yeah.
Okay, so,
You-
well,
Mac uses it.
Shaemus does so.
I've got a 10mm pistol. I've got I've got a little tiny gun.
It's better than the pipe guns.
Yeah,
Shotgun
yeah.
shells are.
So didn't I have something that allows me? There's a random chance where the ammo that I find
When you find ammo,
is
you
the
can
right ammo.
you can spend a luck point to change the ammo type, but this wasn't found ammo. This was the ammo on the
Okay.
raiders, and they were
Yeah,
using a
yeah.
certain gun type, so
Ah.
they have got that type of ammo.
That's fine. I just remember something said you
Yeah.
said that when we were doing the
Yeah.
character. That was all.
Right, so shotgun shells
Yeah.
cost 3
3.
caps each. I just found
I won't be buying any. I've only got 7.
it.
You should have just gotten 9. So,
Oh no, I got 9. Yeah, you're right. You got 9. So I could buy 3. Look at that. If you want all the 38 ammo, Matt, you can have that. Or if you want it, because I can't use it. So
There you go, Mac.
I
You're
guess
getting 6138 ammo.
that doesn't make sense to give it up, does it?
all right,
From
I
a longevity point of view, I think.
How many 38?
61.
61.
Wow. Okay.
I
You can get
acquired
crazy.
I acquired the diamond ring finally.
Yeah,
So
you have
thank
the
you for the
diamond ring.
transaction. And go ahead and let us make our way back to
Yeah,
Diamond
do you know what?
City.
I'm gonna buy 2 shells.
Okay, you can add 2 shotgun shells to your character sheet and take off 6 caps.
6. Okay, so I've now got 4. Look at that.
The having a combat shotgun at level 2 is pretty impressive though.
Very nice.
But you're not going to get level 2
Do
until
you
you get
happen to
back and
have
complete your
combat
quest.
helmets?
Actually,
Right.
does he have
Mr.
combat
Charlie,
helmets?
Do you happen to have a combat helmet?
No,
Have
but
combat
if-
what?
I'm sorry, I don't have any combat helmets. But if you go see my friend Arturo at the Commonwealth Weaponry in Diamond City, he'll have something. He can help you out.
Okay.
I have ammo and a few guns, but I don't really stock armor. It's not really my thing.
All right. So let's make our way back to Diamond City.
I agree.
Okay. So the
plan.
journey will take you about an hour and a half again. I'm just going to pull your tokens over here so I can save them all. That's
As
Charlie.
we
We
are
don't want
walking,
him.
I would like to talk with my companions and be like, well, obviously Happy tried to cheat us. How are we going to handle this?
We will be upfront. But I
Shaemus, we can't hear you.
Yeah, you're on mute.
My apologies. Are we going to retaliate on that? It's a great point. He tried to screw us. Yeah.
Have you used Happy before?
I believe that Mr. Happy will apologize in due order. He could not have known the full price.
I disagree on that there, Matrix 9. Look, I think he played us for fools. All of us, especially this new guy, the Vault Dweller. I mean, we're all green. I think he tried to take
I do not
advantage.
believe he fully
I don't know.
expected
I
us
don't
to
know what
pay
his
250 caps.
well, I don't know what his end game was, but he certainly played us for fools.
I'm going to take the view that if he's willing to compensate us financially, then maybe we can learn to forgive, but not forget.
Perhaps we should start the negotiations by returning and pretending that we don't have the ring because we were given the conundrum of having to pay a lot more.
What, try and get more money out of him
Mhm.
and then go, ha.
I
Or we
like
could
the
walk
way-
away.
I like the way you think there, Reverend.
Yes, my other suggestion would be to baptize him in radiated water to cleanse him from his sins.
I probably let's go with the first half and leave the second half for another day.
Perhaps we could do both. Yeah.
Perhaps we could.
Let us not harm our compatriot. No one I know is as sturdy as you, brother Dimglow.
The journey back to Diamond City takes you about an hour and a half, but you know the way there now. You're familiar. You get back into Diamond City in the early evening. There's still maybe an hour or two before they're going to close the gates for the night. Now, the gates will close and be closed for the night, so there's no in and out of Diamond City after the gates close. They're open through the day for traders to come in and out, but at night they will be closed. It's dark, the floodlights are on, it's cold, it's snowing, and you go back and you find Happy in the same shady, dank little alley that you were speaking to him in before, in the back of the old Fenway Park, Diamond City. Oh, hi guys, you got my ring. Excellent job, well done. Back in time for supper, eh? Beautiful work, boys. Beautiful work. Let me see it.
Not so fast, Happy. You did not tell us all the details.
What do you mean?
You gave us 50 caps when you knew the price would be far higher.
No, 50 caps. That's what I pawned it for. 50 caps. It was always 50 caps. What are you talking about?
Add 200 more and you reach the true price.
It's not worth 200. It's not worth 200 caps. There's no way the man would charge you 200 caps. I'm not stupid. You would have paid 50 caps
No,
for it.
250 is what he charged us.
He would have charged you 50 caps. Come on, I'm not stupid. Now, give me my ring.
Do not insult me.
So, have you got the ring or
And
not?
he'll sort of stare down in that sort of robotic sensor sort of way.
Have you got
and
the
say-
have you got the ring or not?
We tell you the truth. We paid the sum for this ring.
There's
Now,
no-
you must pay us in kind.
There's no way you guys have 250 caps cash ready at any moment, or you wouldn't be working for me. So don't try and lie to me, my friend.
No, but we do want more. This is more than you promised. 50 caps for each of us.
Listen, that's 200 caps for the whole job. I just can't stretch
And it would
my
still
friend.
be less than you would have paid for the ring.
Listen, I just can't stretch it. Listen, as soon as you've done such a quick, really fast job, I'll stretch it out to 150 caps for the four of you. But I don't have any more. I can't make it 200. I'm sorry, but 150
Why
caps,
do you
right?
want this ring
But
so much?
It's for a special girl. I'm gonna, it's a diamond for a girl. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. I'm gonna give it to a very special girl. She's gonna
Then
want to
it would
marry
be
me.
worse.
Mac Aver'age is going like this in the background.
I'm gonna ask a girl to marry me, and she's gonna marry me. And listen, you'll all be invited to the wedding. But listen, 150 caps, right? But don't tell anyone that Happy shifted on his price for you. I've got a reputation round here. So take your 150 caps and go. I'll shout you when it's time for another job.
It's more than we would have gotten. Very well. But know this. Have all the details before you send us on another job, Abby.
Thank you. And
It was a pleasure working with you, however.
Thank you.
Very well.
So you took it. You took the 150.
150, yeah.
So he takes the ring and he looks at it and he's like, oh, she's going to love it. Thanks, boys. And Happy skips off down the street to somewhere else in Diamond City to speak to his next victim. And with the completion of that quest for Happy, you will all gain 200 XP. So Solomon will level up to level 2 and the rest of you will level up to level 3.
Yay!
And that means we can do in between sessions and in between one shots, as well as organising inventories. We can all do a level up. So that will be, unless you've got any final bits of roleplay between the 4 of you, we're going to wrap it up just now.
No, actually, I was going to sell the here. Yeah, very quick. Can I make a barter check?
You want to make a barter check to get the price down on something that you're selling, or to get the price up on something you're selling?
Yes.
Okay, make the barter check and then we'll just talk about the price in between anyway.
I have AP, so I'm going to spend it.
Yeah, you might as well. You have...
I guess it doesn't carry over, does it?
Action points don't carry over, no.
Wow, that's a terrible roll.
Yeah.
So you got
Not
2
great,
successes. So you
Welcome to my world, Gryphon.
You succeed on your barter roll. So whatever you're selling back, you're going to get a better price.
All right, so
Nice.
I am
Well done.
selling the road leathers, pipe guns, and tire iron.
Nice
Nobody
one, okay.
protects it.
We can
If you want me to sell any of the ammo, I can do that too.
We can do the minutia of it in between games, so we're not weighing down the end
And
of
a
the
little
session
more
with
roleplay.
with that. Yeah, if we've got any more role play, we'll do that, and then we'll wind up.
I walk up to Mr. Aver'age and I dig into my pockets and I give the man 12 caps.
Oh,
As promised, you performed admirably today, so that's why I will reward you.
Oh,
You have redeemed yourself.
Come on now, brother Tuck. That's
I'm
really
tempted to
nice.
take him to the bar and gamble for a game of pool with him.
It's really nice. I'll take you up on that, Adrian. Or Solomon. Don't tempt me, Solomon.
If you ever need help with your gambling problems, or
Wow,
the
what-
people
what-
chasing you because of the debt, you can always
what
join the
gambling-
Children of Adam.
What are you talking about? What gambling problems? I don't.
If you have problems with if you have a problem with gambling, then maybe we should go to the pool and play pool for money.
So
Yeah.
maybe
'Cause if you lose all your money, your gambling problems disappear.
maybe we close the scene with Mac and Solomon walking to the bar. Solomon with his arm round Mac's shoulder. Don't worry, we're gonna have a few games of pool and have a great night.
Yeah. Teach me this pool.
I do not understand the solution. Matrix walks off.
Okay, so you have completed another one of Happy's side quests during the Winter of Atom. So you will all level up to level 2 and level 3 respectively. And that is the end of my little one shot. So thank you all very much for playing.
Thank you. That was good.
I hope
Thanks
you
for having
enjoyed
me
it.
We loved
You're
it
very
again.
welcome.
Thank you very much.
Hopefully the next one will be a bit more fine-tuned and a bit more balanced. But you didn't all die, so it can't have been too bad.
It didn't feel unbalanced.
I thought it was very well done.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of opportunity there to go one direction or the other.
Yeah,
You
we'll
did
talk
great.
about all the different things you could have done after I'm finished the recording, because it might be spoilers for other people. Other people might want to run this scenario. So, let's wrap up. So, Adrian, thanks for joining us. Shaemus,
Thanks for inviting me.
you're very welcome.
Thank you.
Mate. It's a pleasure to play something else with you. Shaemus, Gryphon, and David, thanks all for coming back to play these characters again. It was a lot of fun. And to our viewers on YouTube, thank you all very much for watching. This is Fallout RPG, my current favourite. I'm RxOliver. These are my friends. Thank you. Goodbye. Or remember, viewers,
Bye.
war never changes.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Ciao.